style, knew how to emphasize it. The taunt combo, like it felt tactical, like not just showmanship at all. Like Tokido always kind of strikes that perfect balance of like tactician with showmanship. Like he knows when to kind of add that flair, and I feel like that flair in game was so perfect to like cement like, hey, I am Tokido, and we're in EVO Grand Finals right now. Are you ready for this?
Yes,
I'm starting to feel like you're not ready.
It didn't feel like a teabag type thing. It felt like a final boss taunt.
Right, exactly. So. Like remember who you're dealing with right now. Yeah, it was not. It was very. Oh god, Tokido just knows how to make it hype in like such a classy, like powerful way. He knows how to hit that spot. But yeah, that was an amazing Grand Finals, and definitely one of the biggest moments.
Even the Punk crying and everything there. You know
it was emotional. I mean? I wish you were there in the crowd, man. I was losing my mind.
Oh, you were there for that?
Oh, that was my first EVO. What a way to start it off, man.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, man, that whole top 8 was ridiculous. Yeah, that was definitely an amazing EVO. But, you had to mention the emotions that Tokido was bringing out of Punk. But Tokido's been there himself. Another big moment was, of course, Tokido versus Daigo, the entire saga. I mean, they've had this. I'm saying the Tokido Daigo saga for Street Fighter V, but, they've been doing this for 20 years at this point. It's been a long rivalry between two of the most legendary players in the scene. But with Street Fighter V, Tokido has had so much success. I mean, in many ways, considered the #1 player of Street Fighter V. It's hard to argue. Punk is definitely right there as well. But this is you can debate the stats at that point, right? Tokido's EVO Championship in Capcom Cup Finals, so many amazing accolades. But one thing he never was able to achieve for a long time was taking that long dedicated set against Daigo. And Daigo, who's known to be the guy to beat in a 1st to 10, right? When you set up a 1st to 10 with Daigo, he's taking down champion after champion. Oh, you won EVO, you won Capcom Cup? That's nice. How about that 1st to 10? And then Daigo just picks him apart. It's happened time and time again, and this was no exception. So Tokido really wanted his set against Daigo in the Kimono Michi match that they set up, and Daigo was looking too dominant that day. He won that set pretty confidently, and man, yeah, the tears started flowing.
I think that set alone is enough to, if someone didn't know anything about Daigo, and of course there's a billion things you could show them, but I wouldn't be mad at someone showing them that set. He brought up the fact that with his strategies, people are going to try to implement it or think of counter strategies. By the time I hit you with it, I'm through with it. That's pretty much what Daigo said. I think he rhymed it like that too. So
bars.
That's the same thing that Daigo did there. He uses that crazy, unique strategy against Tokido, but then the next time they played, it was like an NCR top 8 or something, bro. I remember it so clearly. He did not use that same strategy at all. He was just done with it that fast. And that's something you see consistently. Yeah, so that's just Daigo, the ultimate tactician. But we can't speak of tacticians and legendary Japanese players without also bringing up Fujimura himself.
Fujimura. This guy had such a dominant streak in 2018, and so much so that when PGR at Panda Global did their stats and ranking players for Street Fighter V all time, which I believe was done around in 2019, he was ranked #2, which is pretty controversial to put him ahead of Punk. But that's because not only did he have the results to back it up, he had premier wins at CEO, Stunfest, and also getting Fighter Spirit in 2018 alone, first place, not to mention all the bajillion top 8s and premieres and ranking events he had that season as well. He also has a really good head-to-head record against Punk at that time. So he was coming out kind of out of nowhere, I would say. He had a really good performance in 2016 EVO. He got top 8 there. But kind of 2017, for his standards, I would say wasn't as prevalent. In 2018, one of the most dominant stretches of performances we've ever seen in the Street Fighter V history, cementing him in that stretch alone to be top 5 in the game. So that stretch of wins was super impressive. But another player who actually kind of had a similar run, I would say, is Bonchan. Bonchan had a very similar run in 2019. But adding on top of that CEO win he also had EVO. So Bonchan left his mark, winning the last offline EVO we've had.
I think that was didn't he get the daddy power up, the new baby power up?
That's true. I mean, the twins as well. I mean, on top of that, right?
That's why he was so strong. Remember, Punk was dominant in the first half of that year. And then Bonchan came through in the second half and just started winning every single tournament, and then into EVO and everything. So yeah, Bonchan was ridiculous. ridiculous.
Another player in 2019 who had a big showing was Mago, right? That's where September Mago was a thing for a while, and it was especially in 2019. He had that in Street Fighter 4 as well, in like 2015 in the last year, that where Mago kind of has his burst on the scene in that September month where he's able to do a bunch of events and get his points to qualify.
咁啊，左下角就係即係比賽開始嘅時間啦，就3分鐘，咁啊等埋3分鐘先啦。
Second in Asia premiere, which is a super premiere. If you don't remember, in 2019 we had super premieres, which were worth way more than a premiere, and they were huge events with huge prize pools. So getting second there is no easy feat. And then that transitioned to 2021, I believe, where he won the very first qualifier for CPT, where it was not in September, it was early in the year. And he's like, okay, I'm done with September Mago, right? September Mago is no more. Yeah. It's all day Mago. So redefining who he is, putting his mark and saying, no, I will determine my own fate whenever, any day I want, right? So that was an awesome evolution to see from Mago, and still cooking to this day.
We're talking a whole lot about the OGs and the best players from back then. We also have to bring up the new guard, man. We can't talk about the best Street Fighter V Japanese players of all time without bringing up guys like John Takeuchi.
Nah, John Takeuchi's OG at this point. He's a young player, but let's be real. Since season 1, he's been cooking.
So I guess right now the actual new guys that are running stuff is. I guess we can start with Higuchi actually, man. I mean, he just burst on the scene as far as like really making a name for himself this last couple years.
He qualifies for Capcom Cup, and one of the most electrifying sets, his set versus Sako to qualify.
And you know, we can't talk about Higuchi's amazing rise up without bringing up the person who actually outplaced him at the Topanga League, the only one to do so, none other than Kawano. He was the best player in Japan last year.
嗰個 CA 係嗰個 CA 好似係啲強化版 CA， 唔係好關事。即係你係咪都可以 CA？ 但係如果25% 以下就嗰個 CA 勁啲啩？都唔係好知啊，就係知個 CA 可以勁啲啦。但係即使你唔係嗰個 CA 都好，即係都可以出 CA 咯。唔似鐵拳咁樣一定冇得出。嗰個鐵拳一個舊啲嘢，另一個一定有得出咯，無論你幾多資源都好。嗰發仲先講啦，又入動畫，又即係又暗轉，跟住又跳下舞先出。咁啦，可以起上鳩咯，不過要氣我諗，即係只不過係 CA 變咗即係佢個 CA 轉咗做真係寫住個 CA 兩個字，氣都係要嘅我諗。
CPT Japan, they only have one of them this year.
不嬲啲大技都係啲街霸都係340咁樣，應該係打唔到50% 嘅，但係2/3啦，1/3啦我諗，2/1太多。好啦，咁就開波啦。
We started with 16 yesterday, and after a series of intense matches,
開頭嗰半個鐘咧係睇下 LTV 同班佢度喺度 up 嘅，之後咧正式嘅時候就轉咗去占士度講，即係前面嘅即係班咧同埋 LTV 都係好似嗰啲節目嗰啲。賽前嗰啲人喺度賽前嗰啲喺度唱歌跳舞嗰啲感覺。
Just to really drive home the point that like this is the only event that they're gonna have, and just the immaculate competition and the immaculate levels of this region is always worthy to be boasted about.
勁啲拳腳咧，同唔係即係唔係好難版本對版本比，多數都係。你睇佢哋個夾硬定佢個肺嘅，整體又好難會話整體嘅。
A lot of the rest of the world has been playing catch up. Now, obviously, the parity I think has gotten very good. We've had guys like Problem X winning, Evo, and players like Idom winning Capcom.
不過真係出到嚟玩先知啦，坐低試一試先知。我即使阿龍啲拳腳渣，我都係覺得阿龍啲拳腳渣而唔係。 成隻街綠啲拳佢都渣。不過其實今集你有 FADC 咧，你是另一個重拳嘭咁飛過去，佢 level 2，佢可以用嗰招 super 變 level 4啊嘛，變飲酒4啊嘛，都 OK 嘅。你撳掣又有啦，不過俾氣啦，啲氣啊除咗攞嚟爆 CA 之外，爆超 B 之外冇乜用。如果你可以攞嚟狀態技咁樣 buff 自己狀態，我覺得都算係咁。
With that $5,000 on the line with that first place, taking the lion's share in addition to their Capcom Cup qualifying spot.
Exactly, and that'll give them the opportunity as well to play in the finals. And, again, for the players who are going to finish second, third, and fourth, I'm sure the money will be a nice little consolation prize. But again, that first place is what what these players are looking for. And again, I mean, this is what happens with every Japan region, right? We're going to sit here and list you the top 8, and it's not as important, I feel like, to see who's in the top 8. It's who isn't in the top 8.
For sure.
We're missing players like Saka. We're missing players like
Yusan 嘛，佢冇乜事。Yusan 對 Pugela， 呢個是 Daigo，Tokido 對加斯官。咁啊，第一場應該就係力卡尼對 Holy 啊，第二場就係Julie 對 Pugela。咁啊 ，Julie 同埋力卡尼都算係即係 Capcom 比賽少有嘅對決。我始終可能因為最勁嗰班人冇用呢兩隻角，咁啊呢兩隻角就好少出現。咁啊得馬扎波會用，馬扎波都搞唔掂啲高手，冇計。碌有指令頭咩？冇睇到嘅。咁啊 Hikuchi 啊 ，Hikuchi 同 Daigo 交流決鬥啦，內戰。Tokido 加斯官就碌對碌掛，碌對 Watch 咯。應該係碌啦，係咪？咁啊，最奇怪嘅即係佢用咩都冇乜所謂。人勁嘅話就同而家隻個嘢。指令頭睇佢呢個傷害嘅啫。碌嘅指令頭唔係好勁，都服係又唔係好勁啦。反正係啲好似司令番咁樣啲埋身壓制有嘅先勁。你喺度拉中佢嚟波星，你點樣衝埋精頭？你又冇嘢可以衝埋加邊？不過下一集唔知咧，可能有我唔知咧。下一集有啲特進技加邊嗰啲，咁另一件事。
Brian and Rob were talking about, the young players coming in. They call Takeuchi a veteran because he kind of is. Yeah. He kind of is. Not in this list here, but Higuchi definitely one of them, and so I'm going to be really watching that Daigo Higuchi match.
指令特別頭近就好大鑊㗎啦，冇人捉唔到嘢㗎。
Okay.
Hello， 收咗晒。咁啊，指令頭，因為指令頭風險大啊嘛，你仲要咁短咧？即使對手冇跳或者冇後你都捉唔到你。
And as far as Japan goes, if you add up Evo Japan, Capcom Cup, CEO, Combo Breaker, they have the most Street Fighter 5 titles out of any country.
我希望指令頭個顏值冇咁大，因為太大。應該係後之後再前跳碌佢一次。誇張，即係最好就前 punish 咯，你唔好跳 punish 咯，跳一條真係好痛㗎。
10 of them and Daigo with what you said 6 of them. He's got 6 by himself.
Yeah.
He's just
like that's 9 of the 10 Evo championships in losers bracket, by the way.
Oh man, okay, yeah, and it's gonna be a kind of a bloodbath here. It's a phrase that we've used a lot during yesterday's broadcast, but it's true.
連比賽意一樣㗎啦。
We mentioned this at the closing. You look at the halves of the bracket, the winner side, the loser side. If you flip this around and said the loser side was the winner side, I think more people would probably be like, yeah, that's.
不過啲人嘅習慣都係夾唔多。
Gachakun and Tokido, one of them
大家都係
the first round of top 8. Daigo and Higuchi,
即係
one of them goes
每一個比賽每一個大節目咧都係等佢，因為以前好興嗰啲情報 release 咧都係喺打完啲大比賽之後。又唔會 set 就唔同啦 ，set ，Seth 係特進角啊嘛，阿姐特進角，所以 SPD 咪好勁。你碌，除非你碌突然之間回嚟講個招咩反波拳又勁快勁遠咁樣，又加 fin 咁樣就勁，咁佢 SPD 就勁啦。但如果係波星嘅話就真係冇乜嘢，即係好難用嘅。你唔會買，你唔會咁，即係你唔會咁。你唔會咁勇啊！嗰度正頭都係即係特進埋身壓制勁嗰啲角色先勁，碌絕對唔係呢種。
Momochi, by all accounts, looking at this bracket, looks like he's probably the favorite to take it. You always want to put the favorites on the winners.
哇，老人家啲 Usa 嘛都係37歲，咁誇張。原來成班老人家，上面係長者，齋扮長者。Everyone in this top 8 is a strong player, but I will prove that I am the strongest player. 我會贏啊！贏的人是我。莫摩茨啊，梗係差，都係 Shinobi 嘅莫摩茨，唔係 Vertex 咩？炒啦！哦，係 Vertex 咁又唔係 top 8得6呢度係碌啫，仲要佢唔一定用碌嘅之後，如果打 Daigo 一定用碌，少咗好多咯，即係自從嗰個改版之後，而家轉晒 Cody， 喂，即係好多係咯，轉晒 Cody， 碌真係冇人用，冇事嘅。我時必勝。
Part of that team, right? They are some of the people responsible for bringing up this new generation because they know that, you know.
呢種隻角色俾人斬咗一刀之後咧，一定跌一個 tier。不過問題跌完 tier 之後仲唔得你一件事啊。game 咪咁。咁啊好啦，啲人好讚啊啲人，即係玩俾做得幾好嘅。即係我睇開街舞咧，突然之間食啲睇開啲雜食嘢，突然間睇啲高級嘢，突然間覺得哇，隻 game 好有計喎。
One event for this region.
Yep.
咁咧就我覺得還好咁啊！呢個對決就你卡列不利啦，唔夠上下啦，再叻就變廿6噶咯，打唔到機噶咯。呢個對決咧，炸地好慘，炸地係個炸地先係打地下 ，Cody 打司令嗰啲不利，即係啲因為4點拳腳啦，你打啲埋身壓制嗰啲好慘，係冇波放嗰啲。都唔係好多，都好勁可能打要 win 嗰啲都半，我見莫摩茨打要 win 3-0輸咗。咁啊，基本上你見到拳腳冇打，死咗死啦！
And we talked about Momochi. He be teaching lessons. You need to sign up for the Shinobism school. Stop reaching like that.
Momochi's probably like, hey, you know, Usama, we accept older people in our school as well.
The age is just a number, bro. Come on through. And look at that right there. Challenging after the on-hit.
好啦，
我
覺得都係勁㗎啦。咁如果你用開阿龍睇嗰啲，即係見到碌真係。即係同一頓道服係一紮角色比咧，龍 Ken 豪，咁啊碌係明顯高一個 tier， 應該係啦。因為呢個對決咧，你爆 V 先有 Cody 嘅，你爆 V 先有 Cody 嘅拳腳打，但係 Cody 爆 V 把刀仔又再升一個 tier， 即係嗰個拳腳屈機。係啊，佢勁唔係多啊，大家都多㗎啦，講真，哇兩個前前，但係哦死啊！但係 Cody 入呢啲咁嘅傷害係好容易啊！你輕拳啲 spin 已經好多，跟住就唔好講咩跟住你唔知 spin 又好啊，中拳，跟住即係我用嗰個 level 2嗰個鬆，跟住之後再打個 hack TC 都好大，即係好多方法。係佢 hack 拳可以入呢個 level 2 bingo 真係啲過分。啲輕腳入啦，一隻bomb咁，一卡，因為如果突然間飛過嚟對 counter 咧，即係如果大家都特進技咁咧，佢特別勁。 一個前頭。因為呢個對決基本上你卡尼冇乜機會爆 V， 有都係差唔多死嘅時候爆咧，之後俾人即係俾 Cody 打死嘛。哦，呢個對決係我即係對決就 Cody 即係你卡尼仲可以跳下嘅 ，Cody 一定冇得跳。有升嘅話咧，就基本上都要我跳。咁啊 ，Cody 就個重拳有啲破綻嘅，即係打唔到頭頂，咁你仲可以跳嗰啲位。冇，唔係嘅，調翻轉嘅係調翻轉係 Tokido 係因為隻角色俾人掠先至轉角，所以佢咪有幾年係即係如果佢嗰季冇轉角咧，即係代表隻角色冇俾人掠，咁佢都捱咗幾季嘅。哦死啦！呢招屈機，因為嗰個 level 2 bingo 係加5啊，你行輕腳 true ball 嚟，所以如果你後唔到嘅，一後或者想跳咧就會食個行輕腳，叮都錯唔到嘅。同埋呢招啦，咁你食個中條人。下季我玩，我支持黑人㗎下季。唔係黑色孖妹。邊隻順手用邊隻？有情都係嘅。除非佢有啲出隻勁身，即係嗰個啲旗係，即係仲有啲 extra 嘅角色出咗嚟啊嘛，睇下點。好似拳王咁樣有奧美加盧，有呢個奧美加盧加。咁我睇下黑妹點？有，唔係 DJ 嗰兩個黑妹。陣間過場嘅時候 solo， 哇有啲運喎，莫摩茨上天也眷顧你。係啊，一時鏟咧，佢可以搏嗰個 level 2 兵，呢招真係屈機啫。我都唔明咧，佢呢招明明係避波嘅動作，即係將個身壓向下邊，但係點解全身就對俾人到嘅無敵？唔係隻鳩踢好勁嘅呢啲，減6但係遠到對面街咁遠，你唔係有 C 或者有 Mika 或者春麗嘅 East Move 咧，都冇乜可能確反到，好鬼死勁！仲可以打中之後仲可以搏多啲 special， 即係是但你避到一下就起碼扣，都唔算嘅，唔算大把時間。你可以即係可以睇住步嘅，但係唔算容易，我覺得就。前頭。哦，死㗎啦！一下，哈哈，哈哈，哈哈，幾穩屈機，3比0啊，緊㗎啦都話，冇得打呢對決。角色個全個性能差太遠啦真係。所以我自己都覺得，即係嗰個屈機，我覺得性能差太遠啦真係。除非佢用翻，冇㗎，冇大掣啊！都又唔會啩？呢個時候先好喎你。如果你就嚟出跟揼啊，就嚟出新格 game 咧，啲大掣仲貴喎。你即使冇都好，你去 Carousel 或者去嗰啲2000分度睇下睇下真係睇下有冇一個值咯。即係有一個咧，咪會同你搶啊嘛至少。如果你即係你揾到一個就得㗎啦。但係如果你出咗街霸咧，你即使100個掣，101個人同你搶，你都好難，都好大鑊。光壇俾人踢走，光壇有打，好多高手都係咁。係啊，唔係絕對致勝關鍵咯，但係都係致勝關鍵之一。咁如果對面仲要揸嗰條係阿寶嚟嘅喎，大佬打西啊！對面可能係啊咩啊？對面可能路人真。路人真好辛苦咁打到向去，對面仲有基拉同阿寶，好難打。好啦，咁啊，我開始進級啦，冇咩好睇。Razor， 一停咗鏟咩？佢個新嘅衣服掣係難用啫，唔係停咗鏟。係有利啊！其實我覺得挫星咧都係大掣好啲。如果你有挫星呢個指令。呢張 呢種斜斜好難錯，所以咧你用手掣都好難，我覺得咩？但係錯色，即係如果你錯色，我建議都係大掣算。反而如果你係即係淨得出處力指令啊，或者可能兜後兜前咁樣簡單嘅指令，可以用手掣 keyboard 嘅。好難撳㗎，你用 keyboard 或者手掣前下前，即係你即係你冇得捽咧，真係好遠。可以唔使用捱仔，但係我都相信，即係如果我咧，我要錯星嘅話都係大仔數就好多。咁啊，呢個就37對30歲 ，Rosa 要老人家之前，丘基娜最後生嗰個嚟喎，30歲。咁啊，呢個佢哋嘅戰力係咩咧？布基娜應該都係剎那個 level 噶啦 ，Rosa 都時候馬沙味都好重。Lose to Bugella， 哇 ！Julie 打拳手我見到想死，我諗 Julie 拳手嘅攻擊力係 Julie 1倍啦，即係數值上 Julie 係1嘅話，拳手一定係2，勁大力。Julie 打6-7套先死，但係拳手可能打3-4套啊，可以殺咗 Julie。你可以今季近街新 game 可以轉手掣，即係你始終即係轉手掣一定係初開始玩，一定好要2個季中先至突然之間轉。你適應咗一個指令之後先至再轉係咪嘅？當然我都難啦，即係加4加5指令一樣，加5同加指令咪一樣。佢哋唔睇嗰個，佢哋唔睇嗰個副作用，梗係懷疑啦。你諗下，你冇3個掣，你冇3個掣，你點打街霸？即係你淨係睇到一個掣可以升，一個掣可以整頭，真係勁。但係你完全係冇人討論過個副作用，比較嗰個優勢咁樣，咁一定係佢贏㗎，假以之力。我覺得係一直都係假嘅後灘有力，我到今日都覺得係揾笨嘅呢句，一定唔係後灘有力，一定係老人家有力，一定係打得多個有力，而唔係後生天才嘅經驗緊要啲。即係尤其街霸，我都未見過啲老人家會輸，即係輸得好，即係俾後生殺到喐都喐唔到，一定係老人家佔大多數。所以我年齡絕對唔係隔 game 打機輸嘅原因。係啊，得呢啲嘅咋，大佬大冷門俾人，但係一個 CA 贏，一個 CA 唔可以令到你贏嘅，你淨要打拳腳嘅。你平時俾人 cut 到仆街，或者平時啲拳腳俾人打到仆街，跟住你有個 CA 一個淨係收到個 CA 咁就西肉死咗啦應該。佢唔升埋啦嘛，食哇靚啊！呢個地波都可以用嗰個 V， 其實嗰個 V skill 地波都過咗，即係完全係對頭飛人到嘅冇。咁我真係嚇死！維他菊花茶，咁恐怖嘅呢個。嗰陣嗰個千人斬未好。咁啊，因為你拳腳得，因為你假如知你拳腳得幾個掣啊嘛，所以一定輸蝕。好咁啊，呢個位46P 屈機，係啊，咁老實講啱嘅，呢個勁啊呢個4人中嘅屈機，見到一下就可以見到啱啱可以搏嗰個中波腳之後再撞，勁超勁其實。可以睇下咧，呢個開 V 嘅。算啦，我唔係呢方面，我覺得 Game B 佢唔了解隻 game， 肯定唔會用。我話嘅，老細講嘢所信啲，因為俾我信啲啊。雖然我聽落都覺得 Game B 我信啲，但係我話嘅，喂，乜冇 CA 嘅喂？老西病，拖唔到 CA， 可以 CA 啊嘛，即係殺咗。 但唔 CA 都好，可以 EX 拳咯，都殺到。唔知得唔得？應該有啲問喎 EX 拳。夠大力。
That drop right there is going to allow Yosan to take game number 1. So
Yosan so far
living up to his bold.
不過 game 一邊冇細睇嗰啲嘢，係啊，識打機，唔係唔識打機，係 game 一邊冇資訊。嚟啊 ，cap 出嚟，跟住之後出嗰日 game 一邊用卡食定係用 modern？ 跟住用呢句嘢打面，跟住最後都係用翻，最後都係用翻呢個卡，用翻呢個卡食，用翻呢個 modern， 用呢個卡食咯，係啱，得㗎啦，抹埋佢。咪報 game 咯，冇即係咩都一件嘅話就有啲招冇得出嘅，波冇得出嘅，實過到，一個掣可以過波，你點咁出波？喂 ，jab 式，咁啊前咗咧，所以就 jab 式，因為從前後前啦，一定係 jab 式。不過升都幾好，可以 cancel V skill 同埋可以，撳掣，即係可以落單咯，爭46P 好得，咁啊打個 combo。呢嚿咁嘅氣流又儲氣嗰個氣流係咪真係咁勁啊？不過雖然冇個即係拳手冇波放啦，所以 V skill 都唔係好勁，但係呢粒嘢都係搏招。哦，唔係嘅，有啲用，呢方面又唔同。其中一件呢個咧46P，有啲人開始搶掣，我見到高達，我見到都好中意。依時46P 之後輕拳46K，咁咧如果你輕拳單單 hit 嘅話咧，就46K 又搏到。咁啊，如果特別搶掣，哦。其實打死都係1-2鋪嘅事啫。如果你搶3，我覺得又冇乜機會打死。依家你發現咧，即使係即係今次可能你見唔到啊咩 Sako 啊，你見唔到啊光殘嗰啲，可能佢都係死，佢死可以，佢死都係死啲 UGM 或者可以 Warlock 嗰啲人，即係唔係死，絕對唔係死金牌銀牌。所以你唔可以話，即係你唔可以話隻 game 係佢哋係俾嗰啲廢柴打死高手，佢對手絕對唔係廢柴。VT 佢 VT 可以拳腳 cancel 拳腳咯，即係輕拳可以 cancel 中拳 cancel 中拳，即係 Julie 嗰個。咁樣咧你就可以咪一個輕拳可以入一大套咯。我都覺得幾勁。不過 CC 都好勁嘅，即係由一樣好勁嘅變一樣好勁嘅嘢，我覺得又 OK。睇下點啦，不過要睇下 Modern 係少幾多個掣啦，我都唔知少3個掣即係少啲3個掣。咁我點樣可以？即係拳手，即係好似 Cody 咁樣，你長期儲住嗰個 bingo 你都好難打立會。睇下點咯，同埋打收招幾勁嘅，春麗啊或者或者打嗰啲打 whip 嗰啲人好勁。春麗 Cammy 有一個色都好勁，同埋加上。打收招你仲可以 FADC 啊嘛，可能一個重拳咁樣就可以，跟一個重拳或者可能咪拉一個中拳咁樣就你死咗㗎，勁大力，升落去啊，咁啊基本上就贏咗啦，點知叻啩？Now goes up 2-1 and 因為而家大家見到火第一鋪贏可能，因為我覺得係 rush 落去，2、3鋪贏到好難贏係純粹係火力運，即係2拳打死咗阿 Julian。簡易指令少3個掣，因為得3個掣可以俾你用，所以咪少3個掣，6減3等於3。如果一件升嘅話，我都係龍高手嚟啊！如果可以一件升，咁啊應該阿 User 轉角，咁就 咁就Julie 可以轉啲乜咧？我唔知。不過碌啊，碌住啱用，波星啩可能。我覺得就隻個都唔係好啱用噶啦。你變咗 smash 指令咯 ，smash 都得幾個掣啊嘛。
If punches or kicks are better.
the age-old battle.
All punches versus all
好遠㗎，你冇輕中重。你輕中重你冇，你減4你點出？你點狂？你中拳你 confirm 點 confirm 咪有冇中拳？一個重拳就 CA。2-1 如果 Julie 贏咧，咁我嗰時就 champ 咗㗎啦。你冇人阻止咗 Julie， 呢個54萬分嘅一個人，即係你即使話，即係你唔可以話佢係渣。54萬分嘅 Julie， 你話佢殺步係好應該嘅。如果佢都殺唔到步嘅話，即係真係只有步可以贏到，輸咗啦。Gargano 初年 left 咗之後都幾大，雖然佢 top 10 都打到幾好，但係都係出到局。不過街五啲新角好似得 A 係喺教出現，即係同埋碌咯碌劍叫新角，咁咪殺咗啦。街六就得好少嘅啫，即係出啲3、4新角就全部死晒，迪卡利啊、翻啊、Laura。咁啊 match point 啦。咁啊，叫 T-pop 係基本啦。呢個46K，哇，乜照搶嘅啲人咁惡嘅，減2喎老友，唔叫 TC 搶咯，講得會死嘅啫。哦，其實 Trash Boss 都即係佢打比賽成績都幾好，你留意下。日本 CPT top 8啊，或者可能亞洲 CPT 可能又係 top 幾，即係衣服又係打得好前，都算係咁。贏就贏唔到㗎啦，始終。佢唔係職業玩家啊嘛，但係佢要即係因為職業玩家咧，你比賽經驗冇咁多啊，但係都即係百幾萬分代表都幾勁㗎，即係喺業餘嗰方面。始終你出唔到去打咧，你出唔到去打，你出唔到去世界比賽平台打咧，經驗唔夠就臨場嗰個發揮同埋心理壓力咧爭好遠。所以職業同埋非職業咧，即係點解職業選手成日打係非職業選手嚟？有一個原因就係應該死㗎咯，哇！爭少少就V 反就好難冚啤嚟嘅，冇咯。所以但係即係百幾萬分嗰啲人，勝算高過即係點解咩打？即係點解佢哋即係佢哋贏有機會贏咯？我覺得，但係當然就冇職業打職業咁，冇職業咁打咁勁，bam 死㗎啦喎，一下死，哇！等升啊嘅啦，所以就成得。咁啊打個第一時候。哇！直接開 V， 呢個我打中唔使開，打中唔使開 V 啊！我覺得，哎呀，打唔到解答，但死唔去，知大家都知啦，死唔死啊？機會死喎！哇 ！What is the damage？ 勁大力，升起手，用嗰個升去成條金 back， 幾好喎！幾大力喎真係掹個頭。如果佢用依時升咧，仲大佢少。幾好，好係嘛？煙表冇㗎啦，煙表。我只係講係外國人唔中意煙表，所以佢冇得打。就係咁。
Fugera though, the one to get a throw early. So you're really mixing up the dash punches and just the regular dash forward to try to get the counter hits going.
Ooh, dashes into the Rajin charge.
咁啊，16K 16K 係好勁嘅，就落單，咪再加3咁滯。哇！嗰個一時波腳諗住開 V 開唔到，跟住之後俾人打停打暈。嗰個發光嗰個就一時波腳開。即係 Julie 玩家好中意招，因為向前喐嘅招同埋密着開 VT 咧， 只要密着開 VT 就一定係一個好勁嘅壓制。咁啊，一定勁過即係勁遠距離用個，可能就會下用佢開 VT 嘅呢招。呢招成日出嘅其實咧，而家咧你打拳手咧，打完個數 P 之後咧，拉住咁樽浪啊，一定會出埋。呢個減，多謝 follow 啊！執兩下，執升。呢個位就拳手又有 VT 嘅，仲可以好似畫面咁樣咧，一下追翻團。哎呀，臨尾打唔中，哦大鑊啦！呢下痛啊呢下。哦冇啊，一下死，頂住啊 ，Julie， 幾時波腳？嗱，而家係咁前，哦中啊！但係冇搏唔到，好遠，揸唔到。哦，行後中啊！依家最勁，依家最勁依個 idol 咯，真係好勁。
Again, this is kind of what we were expecting to see from the Japan region, from two players like Bugera and Yosan. Oh, we just went around.
因為我都唔明乜 Laura 可以咁勁，但係真係玩到好勁。
Bugera with the life lead, but we saw the kind of comeback that Yosan made last round.
咁啊，不過呢個人又唔係好飛嘅，所以你唔係去到世界決賽都唔見到佢。咁啊，喺淨喺美國嘅啫。咁啊，得下。
This is looking like the first round all over again. Yosan does have the resources to make this comeback happen. He's going to start by popping the V trigger. Does keep it nice and compact, checking him low.
執到就係啊，執到咧你就可以咁樣入一套咯。但係好緊要啊，即係VT 就嚟完啦，執到咧都好難搞。又一下，哎呀，心急。我重拳打唔中對手冇 cancel 咧，打中對手冇 cancel 已經有敗筆。佢臨尾咁緊湊嘅情況下咧，一個機會都唔可以放過。啱啱我重拳打中對手之後，如果你攞單咧，仲可以追，冇計。好，普基拿3-2晉級，咁啊開始打啦。呢種個角色升能，傷害差得太遠啦，追到咁貼都好好噶啦。同埋人勁咯，難啊！大家都係一個 yes move， 拳手 yes move 真係又推幾遠，由板中推到板邊到難中咯。但係 Julie 嗰個 yes ball 推得幾遠咧
？Top 3 guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a loss is very, very disappointing.
呢個咯，呢個又係屈機，即係拳腳，即係抽獎方面，抽獎完之後，抽獎成功個傷害。啱啱抽獎咧 ，Julie 就用佢抽獎，之後前輕拳升，對佢擋呢下啦，即係呢下咯，呢個抽獎，咁同啱啱 Bossa 個抽獎，之後升跟住46P 都傷害爭幾遠，同埋嗰個同埋擋咗會一個減少加3，爭好遠啦，所以個傷害差好遠，即係我都講過，街霸睇個角色記唔記得兩樣嘢。一就係拳腳嗰個立回嗰個成能，即係長短啦，啱唔啱啊，遠唔遠？二就係嗰個傷害嘅回報咯。咁啊 ，Julie 嗰個拳腳性能係勁少少嘅，但係個傷害差一倍咯，所以令到拳手勁過 Julie。加4屈機嘅，點一個中段可以打50，打4角，黐孖筋。即係加4個，仲可以，仲有冇確反？因為如果你一直個即係拳手搏一個頭啊，你快過拳手佢搏頭啦，可以打40% 以上嘅，即係仲要係唔使唔好使資源，你話咪屈機？I want to tell you all about Street Fighter Duel, the Capcom authorized mobile game. 但係其實改咗，其實咧由 S1 開始已經開始做呢樣嘢啦，唔想打抽獎。跟住你見到咧後邊嗰啲咩拳腳，即係重拳收招大，重拳收招慢咗啊，被打判定大咗。嗰啲中拳又係啦，即係 Urian 啊、Karin、Abigail 之類等等嘅角色咧。都係即係收招越嚟越慢，跟住之後同埋一個被打判定越嚟越大，即係 Capcom 係由街唔出開始已經喺度就咁做呢啲嘢，唔想打抽獎，但係加落可能再做絕啲啦。立中腳先戇鳩啊嚟㗎，下中腳都因為 cut 過。春係啊，冇㗎，春係重嘅，仲係 broken。基本上你淨係重拳已經改一改啦。重嘅仲係屈機，可能打唔到樽，可能啲人覺得 係街四戇鳩勁，全 game 最勁嘅 UC 啊！同你講，街四 Julie 嘅 UC 啊係太勁啦 ，Broken 啊 ，break 咯！阿媽，我啱想要 show 啲咩俾你睇啊？我覺得有樣嘢要 show 嘅。乜講咗咁多交易？乜講咗咁多嘢？阿重拳都屈機啦，咪又係撳兩下嗰啲。一樣嘢要 show 俾大家睇，但啱啱又唔記得咗。睇翻啲 comment 可能知。我話 EX， 我睇錯嘛 ？EX 水鳥腳可以搏招啊！但係呢點儲嚟㗎？呢個 modern 可能好啲。卡食奶。EX 小 K 再升，但係因為咧，一啲搏氣好蝕嘅，望下啲氣咧，啱我4格，超大鑊，好難。即係你乜4格咧，咁啊好難。有啲咩要 show 俾你睇，我唔好記得添。睇翻啲 comment 先記得真係。哦，黑妹係邊隻？係啊，記得。係啊，記得。哇 ，Cammy 落黑人咁樣，16號，依個係18條落黑人啊！呢個絕對唔係 Cammy。同埋呢條速機。呢個我以為睇緊即係洛克人嗰啲畫風，妹呢個咯，即係呢隻嚟呢隻咯。我呢兩隻其實一樣樣啊，我真係咁都覺得。呢個鐵人就話俾 T Hawk 個妹啊嘛，可能玩 Lily 啦可能。有機會雙刀，因為其他角色咧冇乜，即係 Julie、Cammy 又。即係雖然係啱 feeling 啊，即係 Julie 最啱 feeling 啦，但係即係我話我街4街5都已經知道呢隻角係玩唔掂。咁啊，多數咁啊 Cammy 又索星好難錯，唔錯咯。咁啊，多數都係呢啲。如果搞唔掂就可能，如果玩唔掂就可能咪輸就算，求其啦。咁啊，睇下你玩咩角咯。呢啲又唔會玩噶啦，呢啲。呢兩隻都有機會。藍角我唔係好想玩。個交完咪春麗咯，一齊做春麗。Mimi 又我覺得 A 寶味好濃，所以更加我都係唔係好想玩。Kimberly JP 傳説中係司令轉身嚟㗎嘛 DJ 舊情有好深嘅角色 ，DJ 同 Bank 係兩大好心角色，仲有 Honda 咯3大好心角色。應該係 Bank 最有心，之後 Honda DJ。冇啦，其他就差唔多。豪鬼又算啦，豪鬼錯。總之龍 Can、豪鬼 Look 4隻角其實拉種係一樣嘅，都係不能玩系列。咁啊，如果街5新角就得 Rashid Ad 啦，同埋 Look 3隻係新角，即係街4啲街5而家佢一個色就全部死晒。仲有啲咩好玩啊？冇咯，咁我就咁咯。有咩 game 啊？咁最近咁多呢啲咁嘅，即係婚紗相，10幾20個，拉幾多拉唔完，跟住冇乜咯。而家咧嗰邊好似日本都有得玩喎，即係嗰個街6，唔知又開幾日俾你玩。咩好睇喎？睇先，睇下咩用咩，係冇理啦。呢個咩嚟呢個？咁我睇下街6點啦，唉，睇下有咩好玩。好似冇咩好睇喎，而家碌嚟碌去咧都係呢啲。 UC1 咪一個唔會扣 V 巴嘅街五 UC1 啦，嘅街五嘅 VT1 啦。咁你可以係咁撳，跟住一下又可以搏死對手。你又可以唔使用氣扣400幾，仲唔夠勁，唔快嘅咩？我哋睇兩秒。咁你諗下勁打skin咁大鑊，立即變黑亦得，變白亦得咗。係街五不嬲，街霸啲招都不嬲都咁擺變身功力㗎啦。如果佢試街4 A 部就大鑊啦，有前中腳直唔直播？應該會直播嘅。但係如果直播好大鑊喎，佢打12個鐘喎，佢 final 就3個鐘。如果你 day 1 day 2可以12個鐘，好大鑊喎。我睇下揀時間嘅，可能 top 16到 top 8。唔食㗎，冇學飯嘅。即係你睇等陣，我陣間我 show 一 show 街四嘅 Julie 俾你睇，記得提我啊。咁啊，陣間個 break， 好似有你當即係Evo 有 Julie， 唔知勁到撲街。因為臨尾嗰屆Evo有 Julie 入到 top 8，都打到熟。不過我要揾佢贏嗰啲比賽，因為 top 8第一場係輸。I want you all to count the number of Sonic Boom in this set. I would like to comment. There are many in chat. 數下幾多？數下幾多個 Sonic Boom？係啊，好勁啊！呢個。你一個係咩？哇！我唔想食個中段扣400喎，擋唔到喎，有時真係。一定有風水 engine 嘅，我覺得有街龍。但係風水 engine 嘅回本係呢集都人都做風水 engine。即係因為佢有 level 3個 level 嘅必殺啊嘛，多數 level 2嘅必殺係狀態技嘅，我相信。即係如果佢嘅角色有狀態技，多數擺 level 2。一可能好似街5咁樣射個大波落去，3可能就係 level 3可能就係 Julie 嗰個 UC 抌上天之後再抌上天之後再飛翻落去。How many Sonic Bomb there？ 我哋數下我哋好冇？我估有50個以上，50大，大家可以買大細50個以上。1個、2個、3個、4個、5個、6個、7個、8個。哦，確反。嗱，呢個計唔計啊？呢個唔計啦，所以逼唔計。9個、10個、11個、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20，一場都有20個咯喎，屌，200個嚟㗎喎。21、22、23、24、25、26、27、28。呢隻國球大咁樣30啦而家，呢個31，呢個因為 VC 可以打下33啦，33、34，嗱就嚟過50啦，就嚟過50啦，35，一噸啫喎講緊，36、37、38、39、40、41，哦死咗啦，41個係細嘅。哦咁啊，數完啦，一場有41個，又可以數下，即係如果你打到最後應該有300個。強化技係啊，所以我覺得有強化技好合理嘅。3個必殺，3個都係支 combo 嘅必殺技，我覺得有啲渣，一定有啲係要強狀態技啊或者其他用途，即係你全部攞嚟 combo 咁樣，我覺得太單調。只不過你咁 level 咁你 combo 即係簡嚟講就 level 1做，你有1格氣門 level 1 combo 咯，你有2格氣門 level 2 combo 咯。唔係㗎，呢個詞 即係佢次都殺過 Daigo 唔少次啊！即係如果咁有數到來。啊！呢個對決就基本上就係而家嚟講就係 Sonic Boom， 邊個可以放第一個 Sonic Boom？ 邊個擋到第一個 Sonic Boom 咧？邊個就不利。因為擋到第一個之後咧，你永遠咧出唔到嘅。趕唔切啊嘛，跳唔到。係㗎，係㗎。哦，大鑊啦，識喎。應該會嘅，嗰啲拳腳都係 chip 死啊嘛。同埋呢個升好似變咗街五 loop 啦，又係冇氣唔俾一 film 升。哦，哇靚，啱啱 Daigo 殺到㗎，但係第二個輕拳唔到，所以殺，所以又冇用。哇 ，Daigo 嗰個豆腐嗰個儲氣力好勁，你見到佢幾次都即係幾次都升到啊！放完波之後坐一次，但係可能對加油玩家嚟講，呢啲已經係即係基本功。放波之後先跳一定升到，即使係差唔多接近同一時間都好。即係假嚟講就係放波之後你擋到即係升到咯。所以 Daigo 咧，佢對空嘅攻擊咧唔存在擋呢個掣，除非佢儲唔切氣啦，咁另計。不嬲一件係好唔公平，行前升。行前腳都行前手都係戇鳩，但係所以一定有啲代價，如果唔係太勁。有我不以為係嗰啲咁嘅出招個 cost， 即係傷害細咗啊，或者個嗰啲咁嘅 Oki 嗰個有利不利時間短咗，但係感覺上又唔似，可以長期撳住都係嘅。啊，其實咧放波咧，即係46P 咧，一定要撳6噶，你唔可以撳3放波噶。所以咧，你點都要放一放嗰個耳仔。所以其實你唔可以話哦正死咗未啊？有機會死喎，有機會幾大力喎呢個。哦，super 咪醒來，加6 beta 出咗先講啦。哦靚，後輕腳即刻嚟打一次 ，OK。所以咧，你唔可以即係一路撳住個耳仔一路放波，係唔得嘅嘅。哦，我覺得 pair 有啲過分，我覺得。我今日都覺得，唔係 pair 唔係過分，應該係個 SA 過分啲。我話確翻唔到，軍島打軍島不利，因為下重腳確翻到下重腳。咁啊，7 film 下重腳，基本上軍島玩家最中意嘅招式。呢隻 game 最快重腳係7 film，所以軍島同埋軍島應該係7 film 入邊最遠嘅角色。都勁啦！你幾可出腳刀啊？你呢隻你睇下你數威兩條友20秒出唔出一個腳刀？好勁啊！手刀就另計啦，手刀如果20秒先出一個係幾大鑊？我覺得齋6最麻煩就係個 parry 有啲勁。咁實就可以 pair 晒，同埋係有啲好憎 parry 個切手，因為 pair 到又回報好大，啲人就可以好鳩玩啦。鳩係咪好 pair 就 pair 到啊？砰咁樣死咗你！唉，我大叫啊！哇，升打刀 OK， 哎呀出唔切，而家見到 V skill 咧，即刻掃落開 V 啦，誒 V shift 變咗係，依個有機會負。爆！哇！跟住開始睇到啲未來事，佢都未撳掣已經俾人掃咗落去。Daigo 未來事。係咩？唔係俾人打會扣氣嘅咩？我先知。係啊，好勁啊！Drive Force 應該 parry 贏嘅，我相信。我覺得其中一個手段，哇 ！wake up 用 Meteor Bomb 打落去，未死喎應該。哦靚！呢個Kikuchi 好中意用啊，行前之後拉後中腳。其實你撳掣又輸，跟住你解彈又輸。 係咪？即係贏解答咯，因為你角色與角色之間咧，如果你夠貼咧，你點輸都輸唔到，一定一定打到。但係呢招可以贏輸，呢招可以減，即係有少少似嗰啲倒頭咁上下。但係冇倒頭，但係擋咗之後冇倒頭嗰個減咁大喎。再即係回報少啲，但係代價再少啲嘅招。係啊，所以我而家 parry 其實我覺得應該，因為 parry 我覺得係有少少好似阿龍咁樣咯。一聲跟住之後先就完，跟住完嗰下硬料幾大，我諗應該都唔可以亂用。但 full attack 我覺得有啲唔知擋到 full attack 會點。我覺得 full attack 同 parry 係作對，即係如果對面咧鳩 full attack 咧，你要 pay 佢個 full attack 咧，咁你就可以打翻一打翻一。我覺得應該係咁。哦死咗啦！哇呀，撳唔到下中拳，打唔到身。咁啊，到 T 時又開去放波啦，靚啊！咁啊，前之後咧，一定要咁樣撳，如果你咪儲唔住氣。啊，又放出，哇 ！Daigo 啊，哇！呢隻 game 咧年齡點解同呢個實力係冇乜關係？因為40歲都可以咁好反應，我都唔知年齡同反應有冇關係，年齡同反應有冇關係嘅話，40歲都可以咁好反應，咁你諗下打勢可以升個波嘅係嘛？咁啊一下死兩面咯，不過 Higuchi 慘啲，咁啊中個波或者食個蟹應該都死，我而家唔係一下死啦而家。得唔得啊？哇！接落去，可能一瞬間起咗身，真係擋唔到。但係呢個位就係啊，呢個位其實你唔可以擋第一個波啊！哦靚，行前下重拳。我覺得 Sako 係因為佢唔係用啲道服系角，所以佢升唔到。幫殘佢，當幫殘你唔會見，你見幫殘會升唔到，佢都係差唔多40歲啦。但係 Sako 佢唔係用開，所以佢唔係好慣。哎呀，執到有計。不錯，一下埋牆啦。掂到一下得噶啦，掂到一下咧就可以懟埋牆。Sorry。Let's go 嚟啦！哇大鑊啦，仲呢個中拳，我 CA 啊，我唔理啦。呢個可以 CA 嘅，即係仲有車重腳之後，但係幾難出下。車前重腳再 CA， 差唔多係 just feel。得唔得啊？啲遠喎老友，有啲遠我覺得。話有啲遠 ，Daigo 冇帶近車。咁啊武器嗰方面咧咁啊大鑊啦 ，Daigo 要打一個大跳入啦。如果唔係咧，就好難一下秒嘅。但係一係就得翻一下，咁啊容易啲秒。喂，但係呢個 counter 冇用，太遠。得唔得啊？可唔可以？佢想 trip 死啊，所以但係有啲難 trip 唔到啦。咁啊想打夠鐘。哦，個波太快擋唔到啊 ！Daigo 2-1 ，Daigo 輸1-1。And he is up 2-1 over Daigo. 專殺 Daigo。我覺得冇乜人中意打標啊。Daigo 咧其實一個，你成日打軍佬都輸嘅，因為佢打親軍佬都係 Higuchi 啦可能，一打啲嘅軍佬可能佢根本就唔會上直播，一早殺咗。Higuchi 係 Higuchi 冇計。哦，太遠啦，中拳唔到啊！咁呢個橫邊錘咧，到今日都覺得係屈嘅，即係即使佢 whip 咗橫邊錘咧，我都覺得冇乜人可以確反到佢橫邊錘。即係除非你真係即係話俾你知，我出橫邊錘啦，請你樽，跟住就可以，咁你可以 punish 到，因為埋邊啦。唉 ，Sako 中意贏多過中意贏，我真係覺得贏都係。有鋪啊！如果要講到鋪嘅話，可能即係日本內又好似冇乜人，咩新啲加油嗰啲。或者咩啊？咩嗰個好清得嗰個周邊咯，周邊計唔計？ 靚，哇！我升我仲靚。繼續壓制，搏搏。哦，死咗啦！起上估錯咗。咁都俾你諗到喎，食字寫得幾好喎。哎呀，仲想放波燒咗個波，但係出唔切就俾人一波打停。蘇 U 嘅，蘇啊！呢個係咪呢個係日子？蘇啊！死咗啦應該。Bomb Sonic CA。
So aggressive that round. He just turned it into a completely different play style all of a sudden.
And honestly, he was aggressive like that for all 3 rounds of that game. The first one, he ran over Higuchi.
所以跳嚟跳去呢兩個人。阿 Pinga 真係好似唔係好夠夾分。
He woke up with the sweep and he was just ready to kind of counter hit Daigo on his way in. That 3rd round was all Daigo again. Like he was like, no, I figured out when you want to press buttons against me, and I'm counter hitting you this time.
咁噶啦，Daigo。
Wow, the sweep, Daigo.
And that's a life.
Daigo 係佢用啲即係佢大打法係你唔會相信。咁啊呢個後重拳咧又係唔知點解即係交 special。Kaba 唔係日本人嚟嘅，佢個名前啫，計唔計啊？咁就 Wingpo 咯咁 ，Wingpo 淡仔三國熱餐，咁又唔係。
Finally, we see Higuchi, the one with corner control for once.
Yeah, he so rarely had this position against Daigo. Daigo has to battle his way out now.
睇埋場我數俾你睇。
To help him do that.
你俾個名單我先數埋。勁喎，升到個波，第幾聲？哎呀，大鑊啦！哎呀，你射埋佢就可以 CA 㗎啦，佢冇信心啊，得唔得？有啲遠。咁啊，用 Sonic Boom 對曬啲，用 Sonic Boom 對曬嗰個 V skill， 喂，得唔得？你可以升埋啊嘛 ，V skill 咧係可以進出嘅，所以可以做一次戲。咁啊，一燈偷襲成功。哦，拉屎啦！睇啲赤犬嗰啲計唔計？嗰啲計譜。諗兩個。多咗嘅啊！呢個重腳咧，好似軍佬遊戲啲軍佬喺跳攻擊入邊係 top 嗰啲。哇！哎呀，Daigo 對唔到空，好靚！嗰個後重拳 whip 咗就掃落。擋到 OK， 放波壓制，因為一個波回報好大，呢個可以搏重腳嘅。喂，但係如果你靚啲，可以搏斜腳。誒，試唔到。又放波啦開始，咁啊又開始鬥波。咁啊而家選擇方面一個揀 V skill 一個揀 V skill， 我唔知 V skill 2好處就係即係唔係一個好高嘅跳，但係都可以跳過個波。好咁啊 ，last game last round， 睇下邊個有計。咁啊 ，total 有1000個波啦應該。靚對空前達，因為前達9成都 free 俾你，冇乜人會解。唔係每一個 whip 嗰個後重拳或者前重拳咧，見到阿 Daigo 都掃落去，因為 Daigo 基本上所有集到力都喺個下重腳。V skill 又好啊 ，whip 重拳又好咧，都係掃落去。甚至有呢個未來視，係啊，未來視啦又。Daigo 真係有啲出 cheap 喎真係。佢有呢個魔眼，睇到未來嘅視啊，你睇到未來嘅畫面，你知道個重腳會中。但係呢個冇，呢個 CP 冇乜意思。空對空，對唔到空啊！痛啊呢個，過邊先，因為佢需要追血。但係呢個位就一下死啊兩邊都。死唔死啊？死唔死啊？死唔死啊？死唔死啊？死唔死啊？死唔死啊？死啊！
eliminate Daigo and stay alive in CPT.
一個字3-2，哇！一個 VT 追晒。呢個對決係咪邊個開 VT 邊個贏？邊個開 VC 邊個贏？即係開頭70%時間都係 Daigo 咁贏，後尾一個 hit 佢時，一個 VT 跟住再打到 Kanda hit 就贏咗。Daigo bye， 應該都唔係第一次啦。
Daigo is eliminated.
Wow, man. And yo, yeah, that replay, it started out with that VCO too. I'm surprised Daigo didn't go to that later on in the game, try to at least bring it out one more time. It was so successful those 2 times he did use it. But nonetheless, Higuchi just showing that he can hang with the best in the world at his own game.
Oh God, what a great match!
咁樣就算係咁啦。軍佬夠唔夠碌打？唔係啊，呢隻軍佬贏，呢隻軍佬就贏啦，啱啱 push 隻碌就冇拖敗，都叫贏到嘅。但都係大執咯，我記得係。
Yeah, we saw a couple of times, right, where Daigo, it was coming down to the wire.
我覺得
low, and he just ended up taking risks that he might not have needed to take, but at the same time, it felt like if he didn't take those, Higuchi might have checkmated him at the end of those rounds. So
傳説話 Pump 係做到嘅，傳説但係都係傳説。Cody 就梗㗎啦，呢個出嚟 Pump 就係因為勁嘅，因為用2架氣燒啊成個 Daigo 個 VT， 幾犀利。點解軍佬個後重拳 Kanda hit 咧可以搏招？唔知㗎，等陣見到咯。不過我印象中 Tokido 係唔會用碌打軍佬。呢條仆街用拳手打佢即係托基代絕對唔係一個正義嘅男人。曾經支持陳晶。咁啊打軍佬，佢打迪卡連都贏到。都話㗎啦，冇開始，佢一開波就講冇開始。咁啊，如果不過佢打投機台，需要去到 semi 翻，同埋要等阿加斯過加斯冠先。我覺得純粹係，我純粹係冷靜，其實差唔多㗎啦，兩個都。Daigo 嗰人嗰個反應 ，Daigo 係人嗰個反應好啲添，有未來事。嘿，佢時又唔知點解會贏咗咁，即係街霸唔到就係咁啦，唔知得意。呢個獨孤大打係啊，唔知乜都冇打，唔知得意。九個波。
Oh man, and yeah, that means that Daigo is now out.
佢又喺 YouTube 拍條片，跟住扮晒着晒嗰啲咩博士袍，跟住之後講一堆偉論，跟住同你講碌啊，邊招過邊招，邊招打邊招，點樣有利邊樣不利，跟住比賽，跟住又搏晒。Live streaming 呢個攞解説官嘅，應該我自己都唔係好敢講。
Again, Daigo's out, but we're not done with this first round of the loser side. In fact, that was just the first game, and now either
機會大㗎，邊隻勁過邊隻咯？你唔好相信呢個人佢會有角色愛啊，佢係冇㗎，佢冇角色愛㗎。邊隻勁用邊隻 ？Ken 勁用 Ken， 龍用龍，豪鬼勁用豪鬼，跟住可能阿 Mimi 勁用 Mimi。不要相信這個男人，我已經對佢零尊重啦，已經。
I will check it out.
Tokido was in 2017, but
職業玩家嘅修養，即係用邊隻
about this matchup coming up.
This is the single most important opponent in all of Street Fighter V that I must defeat and I will。唔知有贏撚緊啊！你仆街啦！啱嚟講，翻嚟就係。
Wow, Gachikun is sending a message.
你唔可以相信呢個男人。
These two at this type of level at big high level professional tournaments about 50-50.
類似係咁啦。
Gachikun
可能佢 act 㗎，唔嘅㗎。唔可以相信職業玩家㗎。呢個世界職業玩家咧係唔可以信嘅。佢哋份工就係要贏，所以佢哋嘅愛係佢哋對勝利嘅愛係大過於對角色嘅愛。
Yesterday he was an Akuma player for the longest time, and in fact,
Daigo 都係唔可信。我覺得 UV 人都好冇 projector。佢個波絕對係一個 puller， 即係佢個 EX 撞，佢塊鏡先係，佢塊鏡咪佢嘅 projector 咯，佢塊鏡。
The Lugan really just kind of relying on his old Shoto fundamentals, right? You know, with the Akuma's got a little bit more spice than your average Shoto. And he kind of doesn't really bring that flavor to the game, to be honest with you. He doesn't try to explore the shenanigans with Luke that much. He just really relies on the character's
好似係加入設計完之後咧，抌翻落街唔咁嘅感覺。
And just kind of out Street Fighters people.
屌你個個都覺得唔勁啫，托基度一早發現咗佢係屈機㗎啦，佢唔講，佢唔講。即係令到各位即係有個誤會，收埋啲秘密。
That's just not his game, not his priority.
And that's going to be tricky though, because that's one of the things that makes Rashid such a strong character.
係嘛？呢個中腳少數可以同 Rashid 比拼嘅中腳，即係大家個中腳都係一樣，都係新完之後冇代價。不過 Rashid 係減4嘅中腳，不過碌好似減2喎，其實。所以咧，大家都係咁中腳就即係一定係 Rashid 不利，有啲先有仆街。同埋中腳之後開 VT 嘅回報係碌大少少。咁咧對佢其實某程度上，因為打 Rashid 我一定覺得係話你即係你 Rashid 贏好大機會係因為對手唔識打 Rashid 多過即係 Rashid 勁。
At the end of that combo, I think was that a flash knuckle that I saw from Tokido?
He combos. He uses it to combo.
Okay, yeah.
因為搞唔掂大個，哦死咗 ，bam，因為好少見，好少人唔會撳，好少 Rashid 唔會撳嘅，加3撇風之後。不過其實你接唔到3撇風，其實都已經係一個敗筆。當然啦咁啊，所以咧 Rashid 得成日贏就因為冇乜人接到。咁啊，繼續係下一個應該係全即係輕擊最遠嘅下輕擊最遠就係 Rashid 個下輕腳，都冇記錯。因為 Rashid 成嚿，我估差唔多啦。你呢隻 game 一係30，一係31，一係32啊！你估兩個好難搞。
Access to the crouching light kick, which is a fast,
雖然加斯官贏，我都覺得。如果Tokido贏啦，
his stand jab goes quite far, but like with the way Gachikun and Rashid utilizes that crouch,
我覺得Tokido會贏
嘅。Very probably low profile.
中哦冇前，呢個加呢個0，又係街霸問答遊戲。Rashid 嗰個強化轉係加極係0，係打完之後係點？係啊，咁直角勁咪容易切到。咁啊打3下，咁啊開 V 又嚟㗎啦。不過呢個位其實即係因為一個 CA 就贏啦，所以其實不如我擋多陣，因為佢仲有 level 1，佢仲有 VT1。不過你冇得開㗎啦，其實。哎呀冇 confirm。你開啦可以，得閒咁後嘅，我唔係好明，我咪俾佢咪好想升個 OK 啊？咁早咗少少喎呢個升，講得會死喎呢個升。OK 喎，我以為佢想特登咧，因為咧啱啱個 VT1係即係好似係Tokido特登俾下次半貨，襯佢放唔到㗎嘛 VT1。哦靚，等佢數下呢條友偷雞幾多錢。哦靚cut，靚呢個升就唔靚啦，鳩嘅。
Yeah, he's just chilling right now, and I mean, Gachikun has been able to force the issue more with the EX Whirlwind plus frames, with the V trigger.
打個呢個基本上都係好似打8都，呢個10個碌換加8個都會，8個都會即係突然之間飛個前鋒拳出嚟，我都唔知點解，但係成日都有，即係突然之間無啦啦撳到前鋒拳，你未冇撳到，哦，接唔到呢個大鑊啦，點算啊？死咗咯！我覺得街6嗰個頭可唔可以唔好咁近？再遠啲我覺得太戇鳩啦！有時我覺得真係行前一步揸頭咧，根本就膚色冇分別。And then a beautiful EXDP on the tech throw. 每一個星都係到㗎啦。You know, really impressive play. But Gachikun looks in control. He looks very comfortable in this matchup. 不過街霸鳩星係一個傳統嚟。你今集改咗，即係個星冇得鳩，唔可以咁鳩咧。我覺得就好似唔覺得咁街霸味唔係好重。我話要同你，我係咪一個頭死啦？哦，哇！咁樣對空啊？係啊，每一係咁原地跳啦，即係。因為嗰個3個跳真係好難接。 哦，暈咗。
Oh, the stun. Okay, this is the first time it looks like Tokido is kind of established a little bit of dominance.
For sure.
係啊，差唔多。加六都有 EX 風啊，因為加五冇人 cut 到 EX 風，所以加六出都有 EX 風。咁啊，等到你俾多幾年時間你 cut， 即係7年 cut 唔到，咁啊俾多7年時間你 cut。哦，但係嗰 EX 風如果佢冇 V skill 碌咧，EX 風唔係好勁嘅。但係加六冇 V skill 噶嘛，唔知有冇碌啦。哦，哎呀，呢個cut唔到就曳啦，呢個已經係 S1 嘅嘢嚟㗎啦。第一 hit 係一定要第一 hit cancel， 唔好第二 hit cancel。你一中咗拜神第一下即係即係 jab 咧，即係痛啊！你強化版。哎呀，因為中咗個風啊，所以佢之前呢個 kick 打唔中。咁啊，求其咁滯啦，佢好想開邊。因為托基圖每一個中腳咧都係 confirm 緊，但係因為唔知得佢每一個中腳都 confirm 咧，太緊，所以即係10下中意1下中咧，但係嗰一下咧係 confirm 唔到嘅。啊，咁啊，拉支冠又一燈。
Over Tokido. Tokido, though, sitting on a lot of resources.
靚啫，但係有啲心急。
So why not try to bully him, force him into a jump?
哦，不錯。見到咧每一次跳咧，加斯官都用前中團隊，中咗就可以掘 EOK， 都幾犀利。咁啊近得滯可以下條嘅錯法，即係減10個其實個波。咁就中喎，中嚟咗啦，呢個超大力。得個 EOK 唔中，我記得中。哦，我以為可以，好似個風可以仲喺度，即係如果你唔 cancel 個 break 咧，就俾個風打中，即係冇分別，跟住打翻轉頭。哦呀，喂，你有加支冠扭技狂分。咁啊，下輕腳揸個下輕腳就贏啦！哦，全世界全遊戲最強嘅下輕腳，以前可以4下攻擊㗎，下輕腳，冇錯。今集而家改短咗少少，變咗3撇咯，但係3撇都係最遠，即係改完之後都係最遠，你諗下改之前有幾遠？But it was like a wild round. 我嗰個升對空，我見加斯冠點跳嘅，係啊，原地跳可以升落去嘅。
That's just how fighting games go. So you're gonna get got.
扭啊
So besides that, Gachikun has looked completely like in control of the neutral game.
係啊，轉 hit ball 係大勢所趨嘅，一個追求贏嘅玩家，即係將自己谷到最行。知自己谷到最行嘅話，就要同啲即係連。即係將自己嘅人谷到由大隻轉到個 hit ball 都100% 發揮。咁依家唔轉幾時轉啊？加6先轉啊！一號屈嘅嘢啫。如果你打聲劫啊，或者打啲好慢嘅角色咧，射個風去之後就一號咁樣就根本就追唔到。
Oh, the cross! And all the way back to the corner, Tokido did all that work to build up that space, but you're right back in it.
Yeah, but that V trigger one, we're gonna skip.
我都今日都覺得咧 ，hit box 升係好難，所以我今日覺得咧，如果你用慢升角色，不如用翻大仔。啊 ，confirm 唔到啊！呢個大啲咩？中拳腰 kick 唔大啲，我哋有。冇啊，大執喎。睇唔到 Tokido 打呢個詞喎。冇啊！
Biggest deficit you could possibly have. Tokido is facing the exact same thing right now.
黐線，都邊係 S 角？而家 Winner 嗰個係 S 角。
Has found himself in many of high pressure situations with his back against the wall.
Winner， 因為 Winner 一隻 Cody 一隻拳手，我識一個人仲使2隻角色。好勁喎！neutral jump 次次都俾人呢個，加斯冠真係呢個位做得好好。哇！死咗啦！我呢度扭技術，砰！成場都俾人撳住打咯，我未見過呢度，佢呢度有一下神嘅發揮。哦 ，VO， 咁都俾你估錯喎！啱啱你買3-1-3-2。 出03。
That maybe Gachikun's gonna go for raw spinning mixer because he never did.
It could be, yeah, it could be like something like that. You know, like when I've talked to some people that play against Luke, one of their big issues with playing against that character is that the fireball animation
多數咧啲叫絕望星，即係當一個人咧俾人打到撲街執到冇得執嘅時候咧，臨尾就會用個星，跟住之後就死㗎啦。臨尾只俾擋埋個星就死。多數嗰個嘢心態就係咧，呢個拳腳點打都輸，即係完全冇得打嘅情況下諗住用個星解決問題。咦？連個星都俾人收埋，咁嗰個人就會，嗰個人就會真係嗰個垂頭喪氣。跟住如果呢個時候加埋切官咧，喺個 mon 上邊度用嗰個高昂嘅，用嗰個仰視嘅，用嗰個俯視嘅眼神望住 Tokido 咧，咁應該就變呢個真人街霸啦。係啊，其實最靚就係佢原地跳全部兜晒啦。因為 Tokido 因為 Daigo 輸咗 ，Tokido 冇贏嘅意義了。
By a young Higuchi and a relatively younger Gachikun.
And I was harping on Tokido never using the forward fierce yesterday either. And that's another button that
I think
something in this matchup up against Rashid because Rashid is just so good at that range. And that forward fierce has a lot of it. Negative
Rashid 嗰個距離捉個
and it's a crush counter.
碌個
explored from Tokido this time around.
冇啊 ，Rashid 任完。係啊，不過要贏到隻拳手先咯。贏咗再講。唔會啦，交先轉啦拳手呢啲嘢。
Not to say that it didn't work against Nogura and Jazzy yesterday because they worked great in those matches, but Gachikun, I mean, there's no way to put it simply.
Yeah, it was just him trying to play, I think, a game that Gachikun was as good at him as playing with a character that was a bit better at playing that type of style. If you were try to Luke has in his kit. So good stuff to Gachikun this time. And Tokido's Street Fighter fundamentals are so strong that if you give him a kit like Luke that has these strong normals and strong fireball game, he's gonna make top 8, even letting some other things sit on the bench. Character, so big ups to
嗱，中段嗱，冇確反嘅嗱，呢堆全部都係屈㗎，一中就贏㗎啦。嗱，一中喺度撈緊，一唔扣嘅。嗱，中啦，嚟啦，嚟啦，咁啦，即係 UC 一就係咁啦。呢一開就贏㗎啦，好全遊戲最勁嘅 UC 一，嗱開啦，嚟。
The epic legend is reborn on mobile. Download Street Fighter Duel now and let's fight for each other and join the journey with millions of players to become the best fighter.
Most definitely. Thank you all for joining us so far. So, man, I cannot believe at the end of round 1 of top 8 CPT, the people that we no longer have in the bracket are Daigo and Tokido. My goodness, please stick around for us here on Capcom Fighters. We're going to be crowning a CPT Japan champion today. Do not go anywhere.
1死，就係嘛？呢個打個下段起手，睇1死，你就知。如果你街六都係呢個 UC 一咧，即係街六嗰個即係開風水 engine 都係咁咧，就係勁易開啦，一定開到。因為正常啲級 UC 咧全部都係級無入噶嘛。但係呢個狀態奇怪係咧，佢冇嗰個，佢冇啊又嚟啦！哎呀，佢搏得咗啦！如果唔係死咗啦，嗰個 infiltration， 真係好到。呢隻 Ham 呢隻角色係我都唔知點解 Capcom 好似係呢隻角色，係咪弱智？呢個真係完全係破壞遊戲體驗嘅角色，死咗咯！啊呢個死咗男人唔好睇，睇翻啲中健在嘅男人。之前冇，呢啲就係咁上下咯。基本上一個 UC 18咁就死咗啦。我睇唔到邊，有邊場係可能呢個街唔會嘅。有邊場係即係可以睇到係一下秒殺。睇下呢個啦。同埋一個前前好遠，因為 UC 呢個前前變咗埋嗰度前前，都幾暈。咁啊冇計啦，開咗。睇下中啦，哎呀冇計。佢一個 UC 1，即係因為 始終都係行，即係俾人打都係扣緊佢，即係佢掂到咪勁咯，掂唔到就即係一路俾人打一路扣啦，幾大鑊，唉！即係街霸咧，我真係覺得呢啲人玩第一街霸4點解難啊？一 film link， 我覺得一樣嘢係唔係難，係揾玩家笨柒。即係你見到呢個人係即係都見到外資即係打咗差唔多5、6年，佢都會甩 combo。咁你諗下，其實即係呢個難唔係用熟練度可以解決嘅問題。咁就變咗做咁樣咪變咗好戇鳩咯。即係而家嚟講，任何人都會甩 combo。即係你不如整個即係同呢隻 game 整個 random 要素，跟住話角色會隨時甩 combo 咁樣，冇分別。即係即使唔好話佢啊，即係可能職業選手啊，即係份工係打街霸，跟住打咗10幾20年街霸，都會甩 combo。一 film link 呢個就係一 film link 嘅問題，即係你唔可以用，即係一 film link 會令到成隻機嘅變數好大咯，都唔係用實力可以解決嘅，唔係用實力可以解決嘅因素嚟。呢個 show 唔到 UC1 嘅勁，我即係次次開親 UC 都俾人打仆街。呢個係 Japan Evil 嚟，出咗街唔打翻街死呢啲，因為古人打法冇啊，都 show 唔到，淨係得嗰幾個一套打翻轉。咁一度原地跳唔用中腳，佢可能重拳打翻落去都唔得。可能碌係唔得咯，有機會。街呢個咧，佢好似星期一定星期2 cap 嗰個 Summer Fest 係就街 cap 榜喎。咁啊又包4又嗰隻又 Mon Hun， 跟住又呢個 Sparkle 墨水又有呢個，你明白街4戇鳩就係 combat 太易。即係有少少似街6嗰個左下角嗰嚿嘢，但係得一招咯，跟住個招又扣一半。空爆，你前打完之後就可以嚟噶咯。其實咧，你即係 Elena 啊、Julie 呢啲咁嘅角色咧，你 combo 完之後空爆，一定好過 combo 入邊爆 UC。因為 combo 入邊爆 UC 個 scale 好大啊嘛，可能你扣多100，你空爆大佬你有全性能嘅 UC 喎，你唔會因為 combo 關係就削弱咗你個 UC 嘅。其實街6有冇暈我都唔知，你唔好話幾時暈，唔係好似有，唔知㗎，背書啊！呢套 combo 之後可能1個鐘段就暈，2套 combo 加1個鐘段就暈咁樣，最中意呢啲啊，街4中意呢啲。唔知咪 surprise 咁樣突然間暈咗。
This whole event because we have had some crazy matches and some I don't know if you would even call them.
多數打2套之後加一個窒就暈嘅。但係如果你打2套中間咧，佢回咗少少身咧，咁你就唔知啦。
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I kind of expected that from Momochi versus Usama just because we've seen Momochi dominate.
好咗㗎啦，以前同黃金，以前有 full look，
but I was not expecting Gachikun
跟住又冇 V shift， 你版邊真係等死。
Like I said before,
依家版邊都生存到。
beat Gachikun in the same matchup 3-2, and I mean Gachikun told a very different story today.
Yep, taking it 3-0 over Tokido.
不過以前 UC 好單調嘅 ，UC 得2個選擇嘅啫，一係就過波，一係就 combo， 即係好似例如薩加咁樣。如果對面有波角色咧，對面識放波你又 UC2咁樣就射個 Tiger 卡。如果對面冇放波你又 Tiger 咩 destruction， 咁啊佢係 combo 大啲，一個大啲一個過波咯咁上下。咁啊基本上你打某對佢哋又大個知用咩 UC， 對面有波放就 UC1， 冇波放 UC， 即係都冇咩，即係俾2個 UC 你其實都冇咩話咩戰略上嘅調動，好死。
Yeah, when I think about it in my head, I'm not really sure.
我見到啲人玩嗰個，即係有啲人喺個咩 Summer Fest 嗰度，好似有，即係有啲試玩好似要打到暈啦，有其實試過，好似有。
And she definitely has a potent enough offensive game in this version to kind of one-turn Gao when she gets down. So I think it's going to be all about
街6個 drive 我都係覺得咧 drive 係太勁，有 parry 有 focus attack， 即係街4 focus attack 後嗰啲我屈機㗎啦，跟住街6係再加 parry。但係我應該 focus attack 冇得後嘅，我相信可能好少少，因為同埋 parry 又可能硬直耐過街5龍個 speed skill。咁又合理翻啲，俾人 saving 打中，我唔係好明點解會設計 saving 呢樣嘢，應該唔會一 film 啩，即係 saving 都係即係我都唔知 saving。如果 saving 咧冇得 cancel， 唔係一 film 起動，我咁點用咧？幾時用咧咁？即係5等死嘅啫喎，只係。係啊，我好似見過6格，佢係 drive 用晒之後會暈啦，跟住起身嘅時候回晒所有嘅氣咯。如果 drive 用晒先打暈都幾大，即係你個新巴變咗做 yes 巴喎，你打到人哋冇氣，跟住之後咧就暈。呢個人新巴同埋個 yes 巴係共用，幾個人。咁啊對決咧 ，Julie 可能微不利啦，我覺得就。始終個波我覺得冇可能用 yes 反波腳過，即係當冇過波嘅情況下咧，可以用 V-skill 過嘅，但係首先要儲到咯。咁你儲咧，可能你要自己褪到板邊，跟住之後再用個 V-skill 慢慢喺度擋，之後擋波一路慢慢儲，咁你就可以一個嘅過波招。係啊，扣㗎，係咁樣咯。跟住對面仲要唔接你仲要擋得切個波咧，咁你就有機會取到 V-skill 人。咁對面放波你就可以飛過去。咁係一個有嘅話，對面好難放波，因為好快啊。咁啊十個 Julie 8個都係用呢個方法去爆 V 嘅啦。但係輕腳咪即係 yes ball 嘅嗱，一放就嚟嘅啦。但係即係 Yosan 都唔係一個即係100%集中喺放波嘅位。係扣 drive 嘅，我見啲super 係扣，即係左下角用個氣嗰啲 super 係扣1-2格嘅，好誇張，即係啲大 combo 係扣好多。bam 咁啊，呢招可以攞嚟抽獎，嗰度啦，因為講咗減2啊嘛，咁咪得閒飛下咯，對面今晚放波咪中咯。哇，唔用氣都可以升 ，OK。係啊，咁啦，一定唔係睇住，又係未來視。呢個時都幾慘喎，連續打2個未來視嘅玩家，個個都係用咗呢個禁忌嘅魔眼。係啊，黃博加 film 啊，我都覺得係。其實前跳唔得咩？可唔可以跳走佢？同埋可唔可以用個 focus？我有時我咧諗用 saving 打 saving 咯。即係如果你 saving 嘅時候，我跟住 saving， 你爆嗰陣時，我咪吸咗你個 eye， 我爆。即係好似即係兩個 Alex 咧喺度鬥開個 VT1 咁樣鬥草，邊個遲出邊個贏，一定要放嘅。哇靚，打到個輕腳，但係冇啦。
Yeah, I like that from Higuchi a lot. And then checking with his dash afterwards, we can see that he's not content to just fall back and throw Sonic Booms. Like,
而家基本上 Julie 贏唔贏嘅有少少倒運咯。佢得閒佢需要靠個 EX 反波腳去過波，跟住如果對面啱放波咧就會白中。但係 Julie 就係賭佢咁啱放波。如果中得越多就會贏。即係唔好睇住放啦，一定。咁你要咁樣係咁賭咯，咪？佢反。我都覺得，我都係咁，所以但唔知草爆會唔會打爆對面個 fake saving 啊？如果唔係嘅話，就其實都唔係好勁嘅。跟住你，即係你 saving 我跟住你 saving 咯，咁又唔係好勁啦。咁啊邊個 saving？咁好難出咯，佢出先嗰個不利我諗啊。我話呀，唔 confirm 就對面就開啦，死啊呢個！你唔係咁樣輸啊！Yosan 好技術，死啊！好大事，好不幸。嗰個又係個重拳打中咧，第2次啦。個重拳打中跟住之後冇 follow up 咧，即係佢冇 confirm。重拳係重拳基本上我一直覺得重拳都 confirm 到，即係都有20點時間 confirm。如果你用中腳都 confirm 到，你重拳冇 confirm 到。
He's keeping that meter on deck, man. Higuchi has clutched it out time and time again.
Oh.
And that's on the back of disciplined defense, right? It's not like he's EX flash shooting his way out.
下季咧，加油嗰個下重腳第一下唔係嗰一間，呢個可以搏招或者打晒兩下重腳。嗰陣呢啲有一角色咧都好似有一隻角色咧都好似係即係好似有呢個系統喺街五入邊，重腳打2 hit 第一 hit 唔落單，仲可以 VT cancel。咁啊加油終於有呢個福利。升落去，升落去。佢贏唔贏真係要估中對面幾時放波，都幾慘喎。同埋咁同埋佢有啲咁遠咧唔儲下 V skill， 佢唔儲 V skill 真係靠估喎。我開 V 啦，儲啦。Let's go！ 死唔死啊？死唔死啦應該，擺邊就死。嚟啊！儲唔切氣。哎呀，減6啊，師傅！冇得打喎，第一燈贏唔到，個士氣好跌得好勁。始終嗰個即係爭少少贏就係最心噏，就係爭少少贏。之後爭啲 high 冇爭啲贏。喂，有冇靚？打一個落單。哇！令佢嚟直接波落去，都。引唔到 Kikuchi 解，但係我覺得即係 Kikuchi 嘅防守真係一流。即係到頭個性能，但係唔需要勇氣咯，一用勇氣咯。一個後打，突然間解得咁快喎，一起身就解。方力唔喐，加油又主動入翻個 corner 出嚟，成功啦！估到對面放波，之後估到對面放波先至係唯一嘅勝利方法。靚打，呢個有啲偷雞，呢個輕佢就贏㗎啦呢個。到嗰邊 let's go 啦 ，OK 升落去。咁啊 ，GT 有一嘅福利，可以掃腳之後再用嗰個掃腳嗰個之後再放波。係呀，你個加油好難搞喎，一個估佢贏，一個估佢加油，即刻2-0啦俾人。都話我唔係燈神，你哋先係燈神。
I mean, if Higuchi wins this next game, I'd hate to use the dreaded close 3-0.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, it feels like it's been a tough fight.
Oh,
definitely just clutching it out. Like I said, in all of the very important situations.
咁係又唔一定嘅，我覺得係原本就唔夠打，唔係心態爆炸。其實我純粹係唔夠打。佢贏到高拿入 top 8㗎，所以即係 Higuchi 贏到高拿俾我， Higuchi 正啲啦，一定。同埋佢贏獨孤拿都係獨孤拿失誤嘅啫，都唔係大執。臨尾嗰拳嗰腳，啲獨孤拿 friend 咗俾你，跟住就呢個重拳真係，見到人嬲啊！可以試啦。Julie 個 CA 好似飛上天，所以就擋咗嗰個 CA 都。講到個 CA 都即係 CA 咗之後落翻嚟，好似係可以係CA 埋，開到 V 啊 CA， 即係落翻嚟嘅時候唔知 CA 消失咗。第一角色咧，如果你打一拳嗰啲咧，就會打到對手一拳之後，嗰個 CA 仲會喺度，跟住之後就單一拳之後就成個 CA。咁啊，呢隻 Julie 就飛上天就唔知俾邊。呢個似嘛？呢個似輸邊個？唔記得喎，好似係啲off stream 嘅時候輸。冇啦，都一面倒，冇乜心機，我揀開 V。哇！咁得開 V 嘅時候係 Higuchi 搭翻啊 Yosan 轉頭嘅，第二次呢個畫面度，多數都係即係嗰啲二集反而係好有力，同你㗎，唔知同嘅，CA 埋一下雲啊呢個，有 Oki 嘅 CA 㗎，哇！直接打背。 因為偷雞我都會死啊！呢個，因為佢冇草咧，所以打背。你有草就打前。但係冇草好慢咯，好難打。但係打背都好多反應得前。突然之間個頭，突然間偷一次雞咁樣就幾 work 嘅。靚，cut 到個前中拳。前中拳係我覺得全遊戲最難 cut 嘅招式，都唔止之一嘅啦，基本上最難。哦，小朋友，但係未死啊呢個。傻咗我啦！哦，搞掂，攞翻鋪先，因為後打。Still alive， 係 still alive 啊，定係 come back 咧
？You're scared that he's gonna EX Sonic Boom you from a screen away if you're charging V Skill 1 like we saw Higuchi do. I would just run to the other side of the screen and V skill.
Yeah.
EX Sonic Boom me. Trade the life for the
鋪錢點贏啊？
to take away his
即係正規規矩打唔贏嘅話就，即係如果係正路打得贏嘅話咧，佢就唔會膚淺。佢就因為正路打唔贏，所以先要靠膚淺去贏。即係你唔膚淺咧，你就會好正義咁樣死 Q 咗。即係你例如你見某啲對決咧，如果大執咧，卡啲唔會打背 ，Julie 唔會打背，一定係輸到，一定係俾人一面倒大執或者即係稍稍唔夠打，咁就先要靠呢啲招去彌補嗰個實力差。所以呢啲招咧，即係搶三咧，點解贏唔到？即係實力差搶三係冇咁易嗨，就因為膚淺淨係可以幫你贏到一鋪一燈咯。咁4燈入邊贏一燈都4分1㗎啦。但係如果你6燈入邊贏一燈就，即係其實嗰個差距追唔到幾遠。哎呀，搏唔到！我要賭幾多次先至可以賭中個手力搏啊！哇，靚啊！我都話 Higuchi 贏真係，我唔會 Julie 係唔會贏。哎呀，唔識儲腳刀啊 ，Mr. Lau。冇啦，你啲扭技唔識儲腳刀就要咁樣用。
Into the EXDP. That's every time -2 into EX reversal. All I can think of.
Dude, that was an evil laugh there, but you know I appreciate it.
哇！進擊的節骨詞。喂啊！你咁樣好難打喎。死咗啦！一個不願意擋嘅玩家，贏緊嘅時候減二周星好勁嘅，輸緊嘅時候減二周星就好覺咯。如果你贏緊嘅時候減二周星咧，其實係算係即係好難擋，因為贏緊嘅時候咧，對面咧見到你不利咧，要把握反擊嘅機會一定要 jab， 爭好遠。但係輸緊嘅時候我都估到你減二星啦，係啊，就係真嘅，應該唔係傳聞嚟嘅。成個即係成個造型都似嘅啦。街4、街5嗰陣時咧 ，Rose 同埋 Manat 嗰個贏咗 Ken 嗰個台詞咧，都係話 Ken 已經破產㗎啦，咁上下。因為街6就真係破產，都隔咗2代㗎啦，幾好啦。街3佢冇破產㗎嘛，街6先破產㗎嘛。街5之後先街6，街5之後街3之後街6咁樣。
Just towards the end, it just started to feel like Higuchi started dominating, and it's weird. Even though I feel like the first 2 matches
所以咧就
Yosan took game number
所以咧
2
就
felt less close.
即係真係破產。
Then in the end, in that last game, Higuchi was like, "No, okay, this is what I'm gonna do," and even closed it out with the perfect.
Yeah, exactly right. That was the one game that Yosan ended up getting, but Higuchi just bounced back like a champion. In dominant fashion, see even in the end.
街5勝咯，街5幾時無敵？街5規則，輕星對頭無敵，中星對空，重星就3點無敵，幾時升就1點無敵。街5規則。
And now we are going to the other side here. After Gachikun had dispatched of Tokido 3-0, he is going up against
破產升龍拳，唔知會唔會一個火咧？
咁
加斯官對 Usa 基本上都係3-0㗎啦呢場，大家都係即係當係一啲拍曲片去睇啦，因為就好似睇復仇者聯盟，即係好似睇 Marvel 片咁樣咧，睇下啲超人點樣屈啫。
And what did we say about Rashid?
He's
kind of got those good buttons too. So
因為 Rashid 打交就難打，因為 Rashid 嗰個過波對交唔係好有用嘅，差唔多就係未來事，可以反應嘅。不過差唔多係極限反應。我咧就當冇得反應。高升就梗㗎啦。
He's got to bait out some buttons. He's got to get a little bit wild with the dashes, perhaps. It's going to be tough, man. Gachi-kun's reactions are super elite.
He's OD.
Well. He's obviously very active.
OD.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Yes, been OD.
Let's see if he can handle this. And whoever wins this
我又唔係好中意個 super， 淨係可以用嚟做，淨係可以用嚟出必殺技咯。可以有多啲用途就好啦，即係可以，即係如果攞嚟。好似喬王咁樣攞半格攞嚟爆招啊，或者有啲或者3格就可以爆 burst 咁樣都幾好。我話跳呢樣嘢係3分到30萬分都會出現。不過 Rashid 唔跳我又唔係好信。
But I mean, I don't want to, I don't want to sound like we're not giving Usama any chance at all.
呢個對佢其實某程度上
I want to see him show us how
都係，我覺得力卡尼罩咗一次地係關鍵咯。如果力卡尼完全唔炸地咧，咁就等死啦可以。因為呢個情況係冇得打嘅，係咪先？即係力卡尼，因為你見到咁樣伸腳啊或者拳腳咧，一定唔夠律師中腳踢風或者抬腳。即使俾你摸到 Rashid 啊，都俾你摸到 Rashid 啊，都打個輸出唔大。或者拜神咁樣，或者喺度中腳，或者喺度踢風咁樣，你吹啊，你開唔到 V 咁樣，真係等死。你埋嚟我就點你啊，一定埋唔到嚟。你一埋你先點到啊，下中拳，哦大鑊啦！即係下中拳跟起咁就點啊？可以啊，喺呢個時候有得打啦。所以炸幾多次地係關鍵，咁樣就有得打。但係如果你鋪都要咁樣炸30秒地先，先至開到 V， 又跳入㗎，你唔好話冇跳入啊！你嘅有跳入㗎，唔跳點打機啊？乜成日話我跳入啊？跳啦！咁啊，特登行埋個風度，因為我 C 死喺個位。但係當然我知，我諗應該都即係都唔敢啊，因為我知。我等埋場之後 V 反喺度先。哦，死咗，4秒夠啦，係咪啊？唔夠好似，啱啱好夠。臨尾扣血嗰個時間，臨尾扣血嗰下仲有。已經臨尾嗰個扣血嗰個動畫未到嘅0秒，啱啱咧就冇。你見到咧成條即係真係靠爆 V 個波，所以越早爆 V 又越着數，即係條都拳就冇得打。你卡連咧基本上對 Meta 個80角色咧，或者80一半角色都係咧，爆 V 之前，即個招爆 V 之前咧係冇得打。所以咧如果你嗰隻角色可以有辦法可以破到你卡連嗰個 V 燒咧就。你卡連就絕對冇得打，即係好似高兒個 V 燒咁樣咯，一嘢避咗佢。又或者可能用其他方法啦嘛。日本人打機都打得慘啊！佢哋因為你見歐美打機可能10秒解決，日本人打機99秒。佢哋一嚟就冇乜指令頭啦，指令頭係失血嘅關鍵，俾咗個指令頭就打一半。哇！仲打中啊！哦，大鑊啦！嗱，開始打機啦。贏咧就要靠，即係靠 CA。但係佢要，首先佢要儲埋嗰半條架氣，跟住仲要出到個 CA 啦，跟住仲要喺出 CA 之前唔好俾對手打死。呢間先只要擋到99秒咧，又或者可能試下入一個 Yes Move 咧咁就贏。 或者可以即係可以死都唔埋去，唔好俾佢儲你單腳。你知道冇 CA 咧都係 come back。跟住產之官仲可以出死佢。基本上揾笨。
To the point where he could just get the chip damage. Turns out he didn't even need it. Gachikun taking the game.
Yeah, I love the way Gachikun just settled down, kept his composure, was like, you have to come to me. I have all the advantages in the world. As you mentioned, it's going to cost resources trying to get in on me. So eventually you're going to get in a chip range, and he was just saving his meter for that. There's an expert play from Gachikun in the first game.
Land. 哦，呢個就有啲蝕底。讀得冇啊冇啊，咁啊重風。咁啊重風咧，其實咧，即係重風嗰個 hit boss 咧，呢時風係大啲，重風係細少少。即係咧，如果你想截個重風咧，一截呢風咧，使唔使重風打中有機會？啊，基本上睇家超屈機啫嘛。揼多兩下地就 V 啦，咁就基本上會揼地。哦，唔使啦，用生命去爆 V。咁啊，求其撳我就開 V 啦。哇！因為踩可以爆 V， 佢知你踩啊。等升。咁啊唔用踩咁未打到知呢個嘢，我都認同嘅。哦，升落去，個升咧慢咗㗎啦。如果街霸有波打埋，我應該係即係我應該贏咗幾波咯，其實。啱啱嗰個呢場同埋啱啱Usan 對 Hikusi 嘅都唔係一定中嘅，呢個時有啲3-1，我估3-0啊嘛。因為莫摩時對呢隻力卡尼就3-0，我都估中。雖然比數得3個嘅啫，不過波膽又調翻轉啦。6個入面中1個好勁啦。我覺得靚對空，呢個係即係 lock 住對手板邊嘅打法。一個就係下中拳 V 幾好啦，另一個就係跳中拳踩。係啊，所以力卡尼渣嘅原因。所以之後 Capcom 咪俾咗個兩格 VT 佢咯。但兩格 VT 嗰個 V 巴覺得好快，咁啊啲人都唔係好想出。係啊，呢個咧到今日都覺得戇鳩啊！因為我封喺度之後3個跳，我覺得今日都唔知打前打後。個風又無敵嘅，即係你唔可以用嗰波技過，你唔可以1-4 hit 咧，仲唔可以用一時標搞唔掂。好難嘅，力卡尼打到。街5新角，1蚊一出嘅時候咧，力卡尼算係第一隻公佈嘅街5新角，之後就唔見咗咯。
Problem is, Usama's never gotten in the range or close enough to establish that.
I was going to say, it's not even that he hasn't gone for the option, it's that he hasn't gotten the chance to go for the option. Like, he's never been in command throw range. Every time he gets close, he just gets stuck.
And this is the hardest thing for Usama right now. He hasn't been able to establish that. Okay, here we go. Knockdown, maybe command throw. Oh, but just a jump away from Gachikun wouldn't have worked anyway.
Yeah, Gachikun was betting on the
非常，卡尼咧諗住，因為手腳唔夠遠咧，所以就成日都前衝埋去，咁啊，即係前係最容易接近對手嘅方法嚟啊嘛。但係都就俾加斯官用下一個輕拳點到。喂，啱啱嗰個下重腳唔學反喎，而依下都冇嘅話就好難打㗎咯。哦，我開 V 啊，都係唔開 V 冇得開，你一踩都唔踩，費事俾你升。啊！個風仲喺度，個風仲喺度，可以點啊？唉，見到覺得慘，宰殺啊！根本就唔係對決。
He has not been able to dash in at Gachikun, and it's not a mystery why. Gachikun doesn't hit buttons. Look,
yeah,
the guy is not hitting buttons in neutral.
My man Gachikun is always just chilling. Look at that. As soon as the dash comes out, ready for the check, even on a trade, that's going to be good for Gachikun.
Oh, yeah.
唉死咗佢啦！我見到我而家好似嗰啲咁嘅，即係有啲咁嘅安樂死咁樣，擺喺拔喉殺咗佢，拔喉死咗佢啦。見到佢咁樣受苦真係好唔，見到佢咁樣受苦真係，見到佢受苦真係想，即係忍唔心痛啊！死咗咯，得啦拔喉。好咁啊 ，top 4啦 ，top 4就Mina 就莫摩茨對富基拿 ，Usa 就 Hikuchi 對 Rashid， 即係加士官 top 4。因為 top 4就開始分咗5000蚊啦，有5000未分嘅，即係如果打到 top 4。咁啊，我唔知點分啦，多數都係2-3-2-1咁樣分嘅，即係多數都係5-3-2，幾多咧？以前就6-3-1，如果4個人咧就第4又1啦，2-3我唔記得咗，唔知就2-3-4又分9分，1-2-3又9分。數學題大佬，數學題第1同第2咧要爭1倍，第4又得1份，咁10份點分咧？我而家開波攞刀斬死一個咪得咯。好啦，咁啊又睇完條高 up 咧，不如睇 Twitter 啦，睇下我哋未來嘅嶄新嘅遊戲街霸6嘅影片。有咩新嘅影片睇下咧 ？SF 應該睇影片。有咩新啲嘅片啊？
going to play against each other. But you know, obviously, we gotta take a quick break before we get over there.
嗰龍咧好似即係 Chris 咁樣喎，真係同大波個春嚟嗰龍。我都期待呢隻。可能指令頭角變咗做啲矮妹指令頭，即係 Mika 再即係細粒個 Mika 咁樣，但係識指令頭，即係面得指令頭。
Download Street Fighter Duel now and let's fight for each other and join the journey with millions of players to become the best fighter.
Yes, most definitely. And you know, I always weighing on about the Street Fighter Duel costumes, which are awesome. But we got some other costumes that would be the tracksuit. 喂，你咁樣比拼打下轉色咁樣，好難搞喎。即係好似加2個龍板咁樣打突然之間變咗你哋角色。Jury was unlocked by Just a Kid last week, or the last CPT event that took place, of course. And now we're gonna see who gets unlocked this week. We're on the verge.
有冇啲係
maybe Boxer for Pugera, but we still got a Guile as well as a.
SF6咧會有 SF6咧會有 Smash 片嘅，我真係冇。係咪呢個係哦？呢個唔係係個活動叫 SF6。唔係呢啲片咧，呢7年前有17年嘅，唔知點解有呢個 tag 又有。呢個人好似有多，呢個人好似有多嘢睇。
Registration is opening up on June 20th.
然後咧見到呢個咁啲招咧，3格真係好鬼死貴，幾嚴？應該易 confirm 咧，真係呢個中權再 confirm， 係咪都冇嗰啲 FADC 未咯？一瞬間嘅啫，真係有一下暗轉嘅之後再衝，即係又唔似 VT， 唔似街5 VT 咁樣，即係成秒時間俾你慢慢衝前。但係我覺得嗰一下都夠時間 confirm 嘅。不過擋咗係加零減咧，擋咗會唔會確反嘅而家？即係如果你中權之後，如果中咗可能係即係可以 combo。如果擋咗可以確反咧，都幾考驗。咁啊，佢唔知點解呢個 TC 咧又可以搏踢上去。呢個係咩？哇！啱啱嗰個踢上去之後可以搏，踢上去之後可以搏升，即係唔搏8嚟搏升可以。有氣就得噶啦。但係呢個 combo 咧超嘥資源，3格。哇！起上後重腳。呢個氣功獎咧，你見到扣嗰個血，其實都唔係咧，都 OK， 好似一個 yes move 咁遠。真係咪所有招都係後重腳㗎？佢所有招都係踢上去。其實呢個 combo 咧，呢個 combo 1、2、3咧，只係第一個 combo 就係氣功獎啦，第二個 combo 就係踢上去之後用升， 你3個 combo 就踢水之後輕鬆8年，即係咁樣就3個 combo 啦，都幾慳豐富。咁我不如一個 combo 就係中拳，第一 combo 就係中拳旋風腿，第三個 combo 就係中拳升，第四個 combo 就係中拳，因為多機劇，第五 combo 就係中拳波，第六 combo 就係中拳雙波龍拳咁樣，好冇？我覺得我可以設計到10個 combo， 我可以。第七個 combo 就係、我已經諗定到，我已經諗到我未來街霸嘅 combo video， 我一個 combo 可以刷到7個 combo。因為水鳥腳可以搏升都幾重，但係咧水鳥腳搏升一定要用即係氣搏氣嘅話咧，就條數就好襟計啦。你下中拳咧變咗做唔係變咗做鏟腳，呢個係咪極限儲氣咧？即係中拳水鳥腳就每次加5咁樣咧，又係即係你一定 delay cancel， 你唔好就咁 cancel。冇啦，呢條友得幾條片。俾我試啊！我拍啲片一定靚過，一定好過佢拍啲片。你夠姜 Capcom 攞嚟啊！多時贏比賽，我睇錯嘛？多時我以為打馬里奧卡、馬里奧福博勁嘅咯。呢個飲酒有啲似，有啲似 Julie 嗰個 Super， 即係風水 engine。金蒲入飲酒咧，但飲酒其實我覺得冇乜顏值嘅啫喎，就係咧前投完之後飲酒得嘅咯，佢唔需要搞咁多嘢，我覺得。飲完酒之後唔知嗰個酒會唔會扣咧？會唔會好似即係會唔會好似 G 咁樣會跌翻落去？如果唔係嘅話咧，我有氣就飲酒先啦，唔好煩。即係其實都唔使飲酒啦，即係你見到 combo 之後咧，即係拳腳飲酒之後再開搏 combo， 即係其實壓力唔係好大啫。咁我求其咁我即係好似 Rose 咁樣Rose 或 UC 咁樣咧，係咪都放咁咪得啦？之後飲酒嘅時候仲可以影相，之後對空咁樣都唔錯啊！我覺得。哇，好懷念啊！呢個人又係咧興咗10幾年。啊 Diablo 4出嚟咩？原來佢隻手機 game 仲唔夠，搵乜唔夠？好玩啊！搞唔掂，玩下 DNF 好玩啊！係啊，可以玩港仔，玩下咯港仔。我不過唔因為嗰隻腳係儲起過嚟，我係覺得係。我冇睇，可能不過有招表應該睇到呢啲係。呢個扭技，我覺得佢個 super 好型，即係佢又唔知點解有個 super 係披頭散髮嘅，即係佢披力卡尼頭咯。佢原本一紮紮頭髮咧變即係綁晒個尾度噶嘛。跟住咧就佢有個 super 咧，如果你即係你飲完酒之後再 super 咧係會睇下先，揾到啦，即係佢係會即係會甩晒頭髮咁樣坐必殺嘅。呢個就係諗起 A 模嘅一招 super， 我哋覺得無敵風火輪，Abby 都幾型啊！有時我覺得咧 Capcom 特登咧放啲情報出嚟，跟住咧等到正式嘅時候咧佢就答即係出第二隻角咯，諗下你先。咁咪可以3個人，刪唔到啊！我覺得特登放啲情報出嚟，跟住同你打個立回。
Loser side, it's Gatsuku and Higuchi, but before we get to that, we are returning back to the winner side of the bracket with Momochi and Pugera.
幾頹啊 Cat， 佢仲要變翻，真係頹到爆。我哋睇下 Cat 破咗產嘅 Cat 有咩？呢個設計到破咗產，究竟有咩特別咧？雖然呢個 Metro City 我都唔知有咩故事可言，好似成班大聯，好似成班玩呢個 Metro City 食雞咁樣咧，打剩一個咁樣。
Brian F about this matchup, right? Cody and Balrog players.
我覺得今日都唔係好知。
They had both their qualms about the matchup, so I'm assuming it's a little 5-5. Brian said he goes from going 5-5 to slightly Cody favor. Obviously, the V skill 2 makes Red
應該 search 下
dangerous because you could sway it. But if you kind of commit to that a little bit too early,
應該叫 level 3 super 佢哋個壓死喺度。
So it's all going to be about how these players are playing today and who is the most on point.
Yeah, and you talked about Momochi being, former.
He's
one of the only players in history. Is he the only player that within a calendar year was an EVO and Capcom Cup champion at the exact same?
超人睇下佢披頭散髮，唔知係 skin 嚟。總之呢個位咧，佢會啲頭髮咧，好似 Mika 個 Mika 贏咗一個動作咁樣咧，啲頭髮係飛到去唔知去邊。超人位。佢仲有個 FOV Super 係，有個 CA 好似係，即係刮頸嗰個。佢即係 FOV 就 level 4喎，即係呢個3%。我唔知有咩分別。即係佢有4個 Super 嘅，已經好型喎呢個，佢仲要再勁啲。呢個係咩 skin 嚟㗎？喺頭髮咧穿過心口嘅啫。打咩啊？打。
Winners Finals, Capcom Pro Tour, the singular Japan event. Let's get it cracking.
All right, so immediately, of course, starting off
春嚟長褲。
who's going to be able to establish this neutral?
唉，到時有大春嚟啲 skin 多到數唔晒㗎啦，你唔使驚喎。係咩變長毛咩？我以為佢變即係好似力卡，好似麥哥度變咗做 super 咁啫喎，成個人紅晒嘅。係啊，咁咪有4個動畫咯。一個作為一隻 game 要設計4個 super 係，一隻 game 係設個一隻 game 要設計4個 super， 我覺得嗰隻 game 好難設計喎，因為4個 super 要諗4樣唔同嘅嘢喎。你話4個唔同動畫喎，點諗啊？好靚，但係輕佢開 VT 真係屈嘅，同埋我諗係輕佢下中拳得。 係啊，我都覺得係啲人唔會飲4次話，我諗都係直接，佢都係直接死咗啦，應該好大計。佢仲可以破招喎，好似。4支走，我諗啲人唔會飲4次咯，直接 super level 2 super 算，不過啲氣都唔知點用啦。但係 level 2唔知 level 2 super 之後再搏 level 3，即係儲氣儲唔儲到嘅咧？其實即係球王又儲到啦，實戰儲到嘅咧 level 3，靚啊，避到個先。不嬲覺得查啲即係 Cody 嗰個 damage 戇鳩啦，死咗啦，有 super。我睇唔到包王贏嘅空間，覺得性能差。Look at the damage! Look at the damage! What's the damage?
This round has gone. It had been all stand medium kick. The Zong, he was just so intimidated in that range that Momochi smelled that. I can just walk up and throw you. You ain't gonna do a damn thing.
嗰條應該瞓咗冇睇。
First round started off like pretty even, and then Momochi's like he just like revved
it,
turned on the gas, revved it, and all of a sudden he's up 1 game.
又嬲地。
I love it from Momochi, man. Look at that right there, beautiful whip punish.
啱啱你先話。 係
啊，
因為 Cody 嗰個 Cody 如果有刀仔咧，其實減4一定確到嘅，即係可能46P 啱啱好掂到都有機會掂到。我琴日已經親身測試過，用嗰個 V skill 避個46P 啊，有啲用，不如我覺得有啲難度。避咗。咁啊有 VT 咧，其實46P 都出唔到。
But yeah, EX Zonk having that free plus frame is super nice to have.
咁啊，開 VT2咁樣就指令頭，唔知都係指令頭啦，我覺得。 我覺得即係一水好啲嘅，啲正頭你就先埋到去，你拳腳又唔夠 Cody 打啲埋嘅啫。或者你直接掃鏟落去咯。我公道嘅 ，Cody 唔可以令到角色中毒，即係爭少少，我覺得要。Cody 唔可以趴地，都係爭少少。哦，你咁樣嗨，唉冇嘢啦，監上監，冇乜詞樓。因為刀仔係一個4 frame 但係做完個 Sakura 輕腳嘅招式，打 Cody 打 Bossa 絕對係好有感。係啊，同埋掟刀加3太屈機嘅啫。嗰個搭8列嗰個8列又係加3，掟刀又加3。哦，中呢個02年仲有人中嘅咩？踩腳趾。不過啲日本仔都中意踩兩下。以前咧因為打下我幫減 film 咧，所以就一下就 cancel。咁啊依家就即係搏你中啦。因為街6初版，冇棍冇石頭冇刀仔，真係爭好遠。呢個中腳咧，我諗應該 Brower 冇乜方法可以擋。哇你咩沙拉喎？嗱呢個係加3。哦，大鑊！冇事，捱到。而家唔可以食6 P 啦，呢個一食6 P 咧就。哦，即係 P 又死嘅。有刀仔喺度咧，唔可以啊，預打。但係因為刀仔即係啱啱嗰個位遠咧，都的確大到。但因為佢冇 VT， 所以搏唔死。Cody 啲皮啲，我覺得。
Okay, nice from Pugera, punishing the standing medium kick.
Oh, look at the damage. 呢個就係輕腳嘅回報。
Gets the combo extension.
Hurts dearly, man. Even on someone like Balrog.
Oh, nice. Pugera
4咧有個好大嘅問題嘅，我哋覺得。有啲角色打冇呢個角色咧，啲 combo 大啲，即係體型問題啦。啲 combo 咧可以打多幾套，啲 combo 咧2套就1套就完。我成日覺得不如直接話，例如 Sakura， 例如 Evolve 最出名就 Evolve 打，哎呀佢可以打後 Evolve 打 Rufus。即係直接，不如同我講話，不如Evolve打 Rufus， 估力有熟食雙黑，估力食1點5啊！即係可能有利嘅地方就係因為佢可以搏多2套。戇鳩嘅。
And here comes Pugera, plus frames again. Momochi jumping away, trying to reestablish the neutral again.
Pugera, he's got that V trigger too as well.
Oh! 哇！但係冇氣冇計，冇事，大家鬥冇氣，哎呀！
Man, after that rush punch, still with the plus frames, Momochi was willing to challenge.
如果 Cody 有儲 bingo 嘅話，就可以重拳，可以中拳 bingo 之後再搏招，應該死。幾好彩喎 Pugera 都。
Obviously, they're both guaranteed at least top 3, but now they want to be guaranteed top 2. They want to just be in the prime position to get that grand finals.
Right, these players that are remaining are so high level, it's very hard to beat them in back-to-back sets like that. So the winner side grand.
點解啲拳手一揮就4 P 啊嘛？呢個連一揮就波輕腳㗎啦。即係喺無視嗰方面，大家都係有5波。
Game number 1 was that way too, but these two have a much better feel for each other's rhythms right now. As you can see, Pugera getting a lot of free dashes and a lot of attacks as well. So like I said, I feel like
喺爆有呢個輕腳，呢個輕腳真係10個 Cody 9個都係輕腳爆 V， 因為中咗可以搏招，同埋都幾嚴重我覺得。咁啊應該估中個閘。哦，2個前下中拳都中，2個前前加埋個下中拳加埋30幾 feel， 半秒時間都反應唔切，攞一次樓。
The dash checks from Momochi has not been there in the last couple of rounds. Pugera has managed to dash in on Momochi a bunch of times, so I think that's something that Momochi's got to be a little more cognizant of. I'm not sure what Pugera is doing to take his mind away from the dash.
呢個中拳等打中嘅，即係其實基本上哇，第一次見到 combo， 輕拳之後 TC， 唔好原地跳啊，俾人升啊！哎呀，佢哋見到個 V Skill 先至46P 啊，因為啱啱好收一次，即係收少嘅時候就 pat 仲可以播 V 添。咁啊有呢個確反啦，哎呀，喂又中一下。咁啊基本上呢個刀仔其實某程度上係即係基本上開刀仔咧，布基拿係唔會喐嘅。喐都係用加添喎，武器加添，因為加添對面一定唔喐嘅。某程度上你可以你夠姜就行埋大。咁啊又到翻雖然三格氣，因為喺度等 bingo 嘅啫。呢啲立回其實都係某程度上咧，好似如果人玩家咁樣，都唔會立回嘅，等 bingo。但係呢個戇居呢個咧，中腳咧係加呢個7 飛啊嘛，中腳7定8唔記得咗。跟住咧你啲 bingo 加唔？後唔到嘅嗰個呢個，咁啊用晒氣，因為就嚟夠鐘，唔得啦，講唔掂。嗱等前啦呢個位，見到布基拿同啲空氣都戰鬥緊，即係咁飛空氣。唔得喎，有機會 Yes Bingo 啦，用 Yes Bingo， 哦 V 反啱啦，唉，個 V 反打到佢白血，呢次打唔到都好咧，我哋時間完咗之後應該都夠鐘，打少少即係 boss。打少少咁就夠等夠鐘都得。我覺得布基拿啱啱係諗住臨呢個1秒嘅時候先做 P 一嘢，哇夠姜搶加好多喎呢個，好難用，即係好難搶嘅呢個。好推埋槍嚟啦 ，It's Bingo，It's coming to your way，bam，仲 Bingo， 我好似太，我好似嘅打法咧比較內斂。諗住落地嗰下即刻用46P 壓制。哦嚟啦，咁啊忍唔住啦對面。如果冇 V 啊，冇 V 打唔打得到咧？冇 V 就哦你簡單啊！大鑊啦，124，哦冇嘢啦，死咗啦，好大力都未搏完，呢下重拳仲可以搏招。Look at the damage， 下輕嘅 VT 可以扣到200傷。Look at the damage， 好咁啊而家。我覺得咧，即係所有嘅職業玩家入邊咧，冇乜時係應該係最唔 care 勝負嘅玩家，因為佢做校長寧願搞好自己間學校好過，寧願搞好自己間學校好過喺度喺出邊喺度贏冠軍，喺度 out sponsor， 啊終於做到啦呢個，呢個好難嘅，即係咁啱嘅咧，我覺得，因為佢呢下咧其實係如果你即係你咁啱一齊撳嘅時候咧 ，Cody 就贏啦。但係如果我睇到你 V 燒咗之後，我先46P 咧就我贏，仲可以打卡 hit 即係搏到佢輕拳，即係8成都輸咯。但係佢就係賭嗰2成，又俾人賭中，都冇嘢講。我都覺得係做46K 好難搶嘅，太易擺啦呢個。咁啊死咗啦 ！Stun and the kill， 我冇次呢次。佢又 smash 又實放馬球，佢打 smash 而家用佢唔用輕嘅，而家用嗰個，而家用共生一馬。係㗎，會唔會咧抽好多水？因為以前冇獎金㗎嘛，因為日本嗰啲唔知咩防止賭博條例咁上下嘅嘢，比賽唔會有獎金，依家有咯，跟住又搞個咩電技工會，跟住拉繩就之後咧就好似唔入會，之後就唔入會咧就冇獎金，跟住之後又搞嗰啲唔知咩拉繩咁樣，應該好翻啲嘢，我嗰時抗議完之後，一入咗會，俾人踢咗入會。咁啊！依家啲拉神啊，基本上好似成日搞啲咩月賽咁樣，每個月就俾2個人入會咁樣，一入到差唔多。依家啲拉神多到咧，好似阿豬阿狗都有一個，個個都係職業玩家。應該有啊，應該有。好似自從 S3 嗰陣時開始有，都搞咗幾年先有。 以前冇嘅 Japan Evo 或者嗰啲內部比賽，可能即係 Gita 神贏都有嗰個完美內褲一條嘛。咁啊以前冇獎金，又靠呢啲咁嘅獎品去吸引人。咁啊，我嗰時等爆 V， 咁啊等咗差唔多成分鐘，我都喐唔到，開 V 啊揀，求其開啦。如果再唔開就等入棺材。哦，撳親掣都輸，佢撳幾次掣唔係俾莫摩時少下中權cut中咧，就係俾莫摩時咗，就俾布基拿嗰啲時就 pick cut 落去。Last game, last round.
Dominant. So this has been like the ultimate pendulum match here. It looked like Momochi had all the momentum, took that first game easily, and then Pugera brought it back, and now it's Momochi, and then now it's back to Pugera.
好啦，呢個交付跟勝負，究竟係邊個贏咧
I have like an idea. Right now, zero idea.
I mean, Momochi's hoping that pendulum keeps going back and forth, right? Yeah. And so, you know, if that's the case, he will the momentum should swing back in his favor.
咁又唔會嘅，我諗連手我都睇。
Such a good job, not giving it to him, not being too overzealous with the rush punches.
打分嘅啫嘛嗰個。
Looking to establish that stand heavy punch.
冇得張紙嘅，可能都有啲 super 啲人。
Getting ready with the response on hit.
哎呀，以為打配，唔使儲氣咧，所以即係 Bossa 咁多中咗先，跟住之後中唔中啊？即係中完之後就磨點。冇嘅，唔通你叫啲人喺架船度打街喎？依家爭好遠啦！依家有錢。即係仲要係諗下咧，啲錢谷咗差唔多10幾年之後，一遊出嚟，啲獎金鋪都好豐富。哇，靚喎！擋到啲星球就好靚噶，仲難過擋個一時裝。咁啊，武器嘅話就即係一個就 Yes Bingo， 一個就哇你都幾好彩喎，莫摩茨。哦，莫摩茨 Mr. Low， 你未打中，佢以為有氣啊！我諗一時就領嘅，但係點知睇唔到自己有氣，睇唔到自己冇氣。Great start for Pugera， 一開波就打一半，賣出。哦，大鑊啦今次。係啦，死唔死啊？死唔去。一血 come back， 冇啦。Pugera 死 Q 咗 ，Pugera Grand Final， 真係扭啊！我覺得係冇乜詞扭。哦，識問好意思咧，算啦，一日未打完，一日都仲有偈傾。咁啊，打埋嗰個，之後下邊就係熱古池對加切冠，贏咗我打莫摩茨。完啦咩
？Pugera with the boxer continuing his dominant play from last year, despite, you know, a few little nerfs on boxer, but it doesn't matter.
His play is immaculate, man. Straight up, you know, like whenever I see Pugera execute his game plan, it really doesn't strike me as boxer being cheap. It's this man being that.
OK 嘅，算啦，你過到隻交先啦。我覺得未必過到隻交，有啲難打，即係幾難打，係咪有啲難打呢個對決？所以如果大家都勁嘅，如果大家都聽人水平嘅話，就角色嘅性能差，或者佢哋嘅雙性問題就係決定勝負噶啦。即係但係我覺得呢兩個人都差唔多。咦，擋到鏟就真係中。哇塞，有機會嘅。但好少見 Pugera 淨係開 Bossa， 佢最近唔知得成日用開神。但係今次 CPT 用翻 Bossa， 有專心管嗰間學校啦。啊，莫摩茨喺下邊等緊。
But yeah, it's been a crazy few matches here in this top 8 so far. It's only going to get crazier as we head back down to the losers bracket for Higuchi versus Gachikun.
Higuchi and Gachikun, I'm trying to remember if they played.
哦，咁啊下邊啦，爭10年。殺完呢個 Daigo 就殺佢，唔係今日打埋㗎啦。多數啲活動都係打到星期日。如果你打3日就星期5開始咯，唔係星期6開始。
In the mirror match, then was able to defeat Yosan's Jury, and now has the opportunity to fight Gachikun, who's come fresh off of 2 extremely dominant matches over Tokido and Usama.
So last time they played in Topanga League, Higuchi did beat Gachikun 3-2. But we saw, 3-2 was close. And like I said before, though, Tokido beat Gachikun in Topanga League as well 3-2. And we saw what happened with that today, a 3-0 victory for Gachikun. So despite having that history, it could mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah, honestly, looking at the start of this bracket, it felt like Momochi was kind of positioned in the best, with one of the best chances to take this event. Pugera coming in here, playing spoiler in that, and now, Higuchi, Gachikun, and Momochi. That is
right.
Like I'm trying to say something meaningful, but I just look at these names and I'm just like. Oh no!
Yeah, right. That's like, oh no!
Oh no!
That's really how it feels. And I mean,
開波啦！你哋兩個呢啲你哋兩個嘅長談，雖然我都知佢都係冇計，即係因為未開波係焗住要講嘢。係有時我呢啲位好慘啊，即係焗住講嘢，即係未開波又要揾嘢講，但係你明知冇人想聽你講嘢，想睇比賽。幾大鑊！好啦，咁啊睇下我有卡斯官贏㗎，唔係我睇 Kikuchi 贏嘅。
We're gonna have some Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan action potentially there. Yeah.
我要學反你。
But you know what?
咁啊，呢個即係唔知點解有減3呢啲掣，多數啲招唔係減2就減4，因為而家減3咧，你就令到啲招有啲角色學翻，呢個的確翻唔到。呢個的確翻唔到嘛，真係好嗰個啲招學翻唔到就。即係又係好似街市嘅問題咁咯。我打你有利，因為我可以確發到減3招；我打你不利，因為確發唔到第3招。啱啱呢個碌就係Rashid 過波嘅手段啊！但係你睇住 Sonic Boom 過咧都好難。你見到咧即係阿 Higuchi 突然之間會撳埋啲中拳啊，撳埋啲 whiff 掣咧，但係居然所以咧佢就喺度引，即係令到個放波冇咁單調。咁如果你撳個中拳，你碌咗過嚟咧，我就可以執升，或者可以打大噶。啊！你個嗰個波冇咁容易捉啦，咁啊射個波跟住波，哇！知唔知去咗邊？咁一拳就殺佢啦呢個。你好啊！咦唔 CA 喎，哦死啊！咁啊同其他角色一樣啦，咁啊零距離係好容易解大嘅，即係如果你行後少少咧，呢邊解答都要低啲。所以咧零距離嘅時候，有啲對頭無力嘅招咧係，即係其實係一個好有效嘅種手段，加入個倒頭啊，或者Rashid個立圖嗰度。初版Rashid個立圖就係咁，超勁。又有 counter hit， 一忽山頭一搏招，跟住減2嘅，喺你面前狂撳啊佢，死啦！哦，我咪要卡超1-0，唔通真係加斯高贏？唔奇啊，因為一時 VT2咧 ECO kick 可以過波，同埋冇確反。因為如果你對面放波，你 ECO kick 咧嘛，可以穿波嘢飛過去，都唔使睇距離㗎啦，基本上全平。即係如果有開到 VT 狀態咧，你更加難去放波。即係有 VT 嘅話。
Do we have the age warning on this channel right now, dude? Like it's been kind of like murder after murder here from Gachikun.
A lot of violence for sure happening
exactly. It's like some Nightmare on Elm Street or something here.
靚啊個波，呢個畫面咧係好稀有嘅呢個，靚好似前打，但係佢唔後打我，呢個位想換邊多數後打，呢個我一定解答嘅呢個位，因為10個8個入邊咧，一定係想後打換邊，唔後打都後咯，知一定唔可以食後。
Well, Higuchi, though, we've seen how good he is. He was able to send Daigo out of this tournament. Definitely has the stuff to be able to
哇呀，太 respect！
Didn't get back far enough.
掃落去，揾佢嚟得㗎啦呢個。 咁啊，跟住我幫人啦。可唔可以打到後跳咧？我見 Knuckle Do 嗰啲係前進咁啊，一下死，唔俾跳。如果再跳多2下唔得咧，佢就跳高 E O kick 㗎啦，啲人。即係有時啲 rush 玩家咧，即係佢跳，跟住對面咧冇撳掣或者冇放波咧，佢知道佢個跳一定俾人對好，跟住佢就會 E O kick 啦。咁啊，呢排啲 rush 都好中意咁做。哦，有啲係。咁啊，呢20秒原來係你眼網啊！開 V 啊，揀嚟啦！波唔係好敢放啦開始。10秒到底點樣可以打到個？哦，唔想開嗱3，點解唔起身啊？邊個多啲血啊？我因為識個支股多啲血喎。起身升啦，起身升一定出到。唉，呢個真係曳啊！呢個即係呢個時流，我反呢個係咪死咗啦？唔使打 counter 啊！我覺得。好啦！哇！完全冇打過機喎！你諗下打 Daigo 咁型，打加斯官完全係俾人秒殺，大佬。佢咪打 CPT 成日嚟殺 Daigo， 唔係諗住贏，殺 Daigo 之後功成身退，好下鋪可以俾對手自由咯。咁啊，開 V 咧求其咁即係嘢。唔係喎，仲有計喎。Daigo 死咗啦，咪就係俾左邊嗰條友殺咗啦，俾人執到仆街嗰條友殺咗。20。
So Gotcha-kun going up 2-0 over Higuchi.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah, Higuchi's matches have all been like so like, oh, look how strong. And then Gotcha-kun's like, get out of my way. I'm going to Momochi next. Then I'm going to Pugera. Oh, boy.
They're playing a little bit of neutral for a little while, but it's like as soon as Gotcha-kun
係啊，見到啊，跳嘅時候如果對面唔喐咧，又踢落去嘅。都你唔可以咁講嘅，咁佢都佢打到呢度，佢咪淨係打加油嘅，佢咪淨係打加油嘅一條路。但係佢打加油特別勁啦，已經。緊級喺個內容咧，我覺得加油係死得好慘。即係突然之間佢唔係每一波都打好緊湊咧，好難侵病。同埋呢啲30歲友咧，我又唔覺得，我又哇呢個可以咁樣。呢啲30歲友咧，我又唔覺得佢，即係20歲仔，我覺得佢，即係佢戰鬥經驗唔豐富咧。揀逆風嘅時候，哇靚，點解可以逆風嘅時候打到一個 comeback 咧，又唔容易。哇！你咁樣過啊？呢個好似係咪都飛上天？所以好難啊！我咁樣就加斯官 match bond 完全係大執 ，Mr. Juice 又過老波，係啊，差唔多。呢張籌冇 carry 咁快嘅，但係佢問題就係係咪完全係放棄人生喎？我升到，有咩見到個升啊？就升2次。Gita 識升龍拳。
Oh no, that was an activation on a standing medium kick though.
Yeah, I think he wants something a little bit beefy.
打到佢啦！哇！你下都過到波，你點打啊，大佬？即係一開波咧，話即係呢邊燒或者其實話，喂唔得喎！呢兩個人好似已經離開咗人類喎，已經一個就唔知睇玩邊個波，一個就一見到放波即刻升。哦，咁就加斯官30大執。Higuchi 都 OK，Higuchi 都 OK， 因為第4都有錢收，好過冇。冇啊，好難。都計。咁啊，冇開始對加斯官贏咗打盤機啦，咁我得翻2場，跟住 destroy 啊！加斯官，你加斯官全部30啊，見到你輸過，打頭機台30，打Yosan咪有30，跟住打 Higuchi 30，冇開始可唔可以阻止到佢咧？
even at that ending of that timer, we just got that eagle spike.
冇輸過。
Yeah.
That was when we knew.
什麼是敗筆？有不知道。
Like when he ended up getting that timer victory off of the eagle spike when he flinched at the end, like that was immaculate play from Gachikun. It really does look like some type of heavenly being is watching over him right now.
800唔算早啦，800好後㗎啦，800叫。
But he's running into a god himself, Momochi. Right, this
咁啊，繼續睇我哋嘅最新嘅街頭霸王。
He looked like he was going to make it in the grand finals winner's side, but Pugera stole victory from the
game 都唔得壞嘅最。
And now Momochi has to fight it out against someone that's on a complete rampage.
Dude, I don't even know if Momochi can stop this Gachikun right now. The way Gachikun is playing, it's just on another level. Yeah. I can't believe it. And, you guys out there can get on another level as well by playing some Street Fighter Duel on your mobile platform coming.
啲街錄片冇晒咯，變翻啲咁嘅
嘢。Pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. This is the Capcom authorized mobile game, and it is currently available in China. So if you're watching this from China, I mean, if you're watching this from China and you don't own,
呢個開翻舊版嚟玩。
What are you doing? Get it right now so that you can
街6不嬲都高火力㗎啦，街5啲呢個係。
millions of players to become the best fighter.
如果你即係球王嗰隻啦。
Alternate costume in Street Fighter 6, bro. I'm not gonna stop talking about it.
Street Cammy, dude, it's so good.
I need the Cammy.
型呢個勝利 pose 都幾過癮。
I need that, but of course.
瞓喺地啊！
Everybody for tuning in so far. We have arrived at our losers finals. We got 3.
喂，大佬好難玩喎，我哋好似有啲即係嗰啲新學街霸嗰啲人咧，有啲格機嗰啲人。 星龍拳同埋旋風隊都係攞出嘅，完全唔考慮到俾人擋得嘅代價。
And then Mitch told me he actually talked to the game director. I was just talking to a senior brand manager. Talking to the game director, and they said the rollback will not be the same as the So that's obviously a
有咩睇咧？其實呢個我唔係好明喎，佢個內容咧可以令到我學習，可以令到我領到啲乜到嚟。睇下真。 咪飲酒好似令到會多啲招啊！都換得幾，我覺得嗰啲時期換得幾快啫。同埋俾人打又好似唔係真係好，佢俾人打又唔係真係好似好扣個包。見到咧個 CPU 咧俾人打都唔係好扣嗰個，俾人扣嗰個，哇！咁樣爆就會扣一格，即係某啲招打到對手先扣嘅啫。呢招咧成格冇咗。 我之前都係戳波嘅，波拳，呢個下拳，波拳呢個派新招，有升嘅。咁呢招咧打中佢又唔扣，一定係即係佢用嗰啲咁嘅，一定用嗰啲咁嘅呢啲咁嘅必殺技啊，又或者呢啲咁嘅。 咩 drive impact 啊？呢個係呢啲先至會扣嗰個，先至扣嗰個 X 8。哎呀，係啲新嘅呢啲咁嘅金毛片，睇下呢啲咁嘅扭呢個扭技喺度拉喎，真係。 都係嗰句，鏟上天之後用唔同嘅搏法就一條唔同嘅侵寶。有咩好睇啊？嗰啲係即係一個 tag 咁樣就可以執晒所有嘅加流片。 呢條呢個 Hi-Fi 應該都有 ，Hi-Fi 應該都有好多嘅。睇下先。呢個咧點睇？乜重拳卡打可以搏下中腳？有啲屈機喎呢個。下中腳你可以搏，你搏一時水鳥腳，之後再踢上去，我諗應該都幾勁。有啲屈機嘅，即係立回王之喺度。 可唔可以睇埋其他角色嘅 CA 技咧？界頸、劇、中劇， 啲終極完之後後邊咪應該好似港片咁有啲 NG 鏡頭咁樣應該要，因為播啲 NG 鏡頭黑碌片、甩 combo 片啊。因為嗰啲 counter 變黑落單，黑落單係咪打就有噶啦？嗰啲氣都係有用就算啦，咁除嚟做乜？睇次先。因為 V 反嚟喎，睇兩句。我幾中意呢個樣，之後箍起，因為我即係整脹塊面嘅話，幾可愛我覺得。即係原本我唔係好中意春麗，咁實都劈唔到。應該我覺得每次咧春麗出 CA 嘅就 Let's Go Justin 咯，又係，即係每一個旁邊旁述都咁講咧，咪型啊！尤其打阿龍嗰陣時就轉嗰個 voice， 呢個波我硬係覺得咧，好似即係同碌差唔多噶啦，勁遠。呢個咧，呢個咁嘅踢咧，因為個 impact 好似勁得滯。一踢咧就對面街，咪太遠啦。啲高壓都再講啦。shift 死啊！原來有 shift 死嚟嘅。shift 落去。呢個幾個算落晒嚟。When it comes to Momochi and Gachikun here in Losers Finals.
At this point in
time,
even though Pugera was the one that sent Gachikun to losers bracket, that was yesterday. And I don't even think Pugera wants to see this Gachikun right now. But of course, he still has that chance to face off against Momochi again if Momochi can take down Gachikun. But man, Gachikun has been playing out of his mind. Look at that bracket here. 3-0 over Tokido.
CPT 係雞之冠係C 金級冠軍。
3-0 over Higuchi.
Will 咁快俾你知道咗。
自己 skin
誒得雞之冠呢個 skin， 你自己設計。棒球王子。
And that's what he said at the beginning. He was most concerned about Tokido. He called Tokido the most important person to defeat in the Street Fighter V tournament. And he showed that has been the case so far. Since he 3-0'd him, he 3-0'd his next two opponents. Will Momochi just be another victim?
Well, as we mentioned before, Momochi, one of the only players to have ever been a Capcom Cup champion and an EVO champion in the same calendar year. We know how good he is. But can he defeat this Gachikun right now? We will find out now.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, Momochi is obviously one of the best players in the world. His Cody is so lethal. It's a very potent ground-based character as well. But Gachikun has gone up against some potent ground-based characters today. The Tokido, the Luke, the Nakali, the Guile, all these characters have just fallen one after the other.
打完㗎啦，爭兩場啫嘛，一 loser final 啦，爭 loser final 唔歸 final。咁啊最多3場最少2場。
Losers finals, Gachikun with the Rashid versus Momochi rocking the Cody.
有冇打過咧？呢個呢個對決係呢個 top 8，即係佢哋唔同組咧，我唔記得。
Gachikun, letting them know Capcom Cup champion. I rock my costume every time, just as a reminder.
It's got that Capcom Cup logo on.
呢個對決就波啦，我覺得就。
This is my joint, and we see him establishing that potent tool for Rashid. The
唯一好處就係佢啲拳腳夠遠啊，所以啲風其實好多數你只要撳多就截到，唔係嗰啲咩唔夠遠就會俾個 whiff 咗之後俾個風打咗。
Yeah, and honestly, that's kind of what
因為 Cody 又立動腳就減4，會俾 Rashid 嗰個立太輕嘅打下。
knockdown, his one turn on people has been so potent.
哎呀，掃唔到。 律師都係 cut film 下中嘅，所以如果佢 whip 咗之後會俾人掃嘅，即係只要你反應到佢，執 film 就好有能力去掃啦。過咗咁耐，其實每一下打中嘅，全部都係啲點啊，或者即係啲一下加倍，成場都好似打緊呢個冇 combo 嘅對戰，都喺度打50秒咧，其實都係喺度點啊點，都唔係一個即係一個哇勁喎！呢時 bingo 俾人一個有啦，咁啊當然要一下對埋啦，哦識擋點解用掟刀嘅？可能要嚟做，我都唔知掟刀點。如果有棍咧，呢個 VT1係可以俾個棍打翻轉頭。係唔會啦。咁啊，冇乜時啲陣向，加斯官無限氣，隨時俾人一個 combo 打你。咁啊，冇乜時想就貪啦就。咁只要唔中 CA 咧，佢就唔會輸。嗱，而家死踎唔喐咧，我覺得咁啊，加斯官都知道追唔到啊，咁啊，大家有中選。我呢個對決咧有6個90唔組，6次都99秒啦，我夠反你。呢個係咪要 miss 嘅？即係要 delay cancel 嗰個 miss 嘅。如果唔係就唔可以用嗰個即係 lock 即係鏟地嗰個腳去 cover finish。咁啊，慢慢同你打。忍者咧喺忍嗰方面都幾勁，即係死都唔喐。
Gachikun down so much health right now. He's got that trigger on deck. He wants to activate it in a good attitude. Oh, okay, well there we go. And now of course he gets to keep the tornado. That's one of the nice buffs that he got in the defensive patch.
避咗個頭。哇！冇嗰時真係慢到係真係等成秒先至下中場就真係俾打中就狂飛，我死咗啦。點解下希腳可以搏照開 BT？
That is the first game that Gachikun has lost all day.
咩咁強？會有下一個觀眾答你點解咁強嘅？又會你又喚醒主席，喚醒主席啲鬧鐘。有呢個 Yes Bingo， 有 Yes 風，有下輕腳 VT， 刀仔百裂拳又掟刀又加3，跟住中拳又2 confirm。嗱見到啦，如果對面想對空咧，插落去。
And, Momochi, he's using that V skill 2, right? V skill 1 maybe you could use to utilize the anti-air game properly, but right now he's just got to gut it out.
Dude, maybe Gachikun is mad here right now. You know, he's like, you know what? He just Philadelphia 76.
呢個 V skill 又可以2 點過波，跟住踢擋咗之後又係 combo， 跟住 punish 唔到嘅。跟住嗰個依時鏟咧，嗰個 combo 又我交大啦。
Oh, got him, but it wasn't the level 2, so he didn't get the wall mounts off.
好勁㗎啦，加斯官，即係可以同 Cody 打到99秒都算係咁。有表示見到後邊嗰啲咁嘅 Shadow 嘅兜兜我都覺得咧，佢啲角色出嚟，但係佢又唔攞嚟即係俾大家玩，全啲浪費資源。大家摸到隻機或者破解隻機先至得玩。
Is a rematch against Pugera. Pugera sent both of these players into the losers bracket. Yeah.
哎呀 ，Cody 係咁俾嗰啲加斯官啲拳腳喺度撲，雖然唔係一套 combo 啊，但係加埋都幾痛。冇乜時基本上好似一拳都未打對手咧，就已經突緊個 BT 啦。
Yeah, this is more looking like the God's favorite child, Gachikun.
哦嚟啦，開餐。識唔識？哎呦！咁開咗刀仔咧，加斯官打再被動啲，咁已經好被動㗎啦。哦，大鑊啦！哎呀，真係呢條友真係垃圾嚟嘅，真係。咁樣 whip 都打唔翻我，用曬佢啦。咁啊，可能等佢都嚟打刀仔。所以佢需要第二個刀仔。哦死咗！哦冇啦。
Before he can get in that range, he started shenanigans and activated.
And Cody, 唔係 Cody 冇碌咁好彈。我覺得即係 即係啱啱好掛住 S2 啊 Rashid 太多嘢改啦真係，依家 S4 Rashid 我覺得即係未去到可以唔可以做遠輔。雖然都係屈機㗎啦，真係。哇靚喎！但係用 EX 升，我覺得有啲蝕。如果可以用呢個即係拳腳 punish 就爭好遠。開 V 啦，咪都係應該都係輕腳開 V 嘅啦，嗰條但係佢需要一個輕腳掂到對手嘅佢。如果唔係咧，即係開 V 都冇乜意思。係啊，你知咧，同你講啊，有一個角色可以撳3個輕鐵之後再撳重掣啊，再久啲。咁啊開 V 啊，唉，再唔開 V，我對唔到，哎呀，呢3個跳都係屈機，哇！呢個風就基本上人人平等㗎啦，即使你角色幾勁都好多嘢擋㗎。哦，全遊戲最唔可以中嘅招式，好大㗎呢個，冇啦，有啲雲加設官，呢個風係到今日都覺得係弱智。有啲幾好彩喎，中咗 Yes 風。
Yeah, so it's really anybody's game, honestly. It's 1-1 right now. Both of these players, the highest level you could possibly be. This is beautiful. Now we're in 2 out of 3 territory.
Yeah, that's right. Basically, wipe away those
3個跳我叫 buff 咗咯，我覺得。因為佢一個向下嗰下，嗰個角度你點對啫？跟住風都 buff 咗龍影咯，因為4 hit 啊變咗。方啊，用毒怪嚟升吧，輕嘈。哎呀，你 give 咗個重拳你都唔夠，咁啊開風啦。咁呢個風咧，基本上你唔會見到，即係佢唔會完嘅，即係時間夠會完，佢唔會打，即係佢唔會你唔會見到佢係4 hit 打中晒，你講翻。但係下一場就唔使用嗰個對空，咁啊屈機模式啟動，加死啊呢個位，跟住點記得點，咁啊中腳見到係咁撳。Cody 嘅中腳嗱，中腳係完美無瑕，打硬嘅呢個位，因為佢一打之後 ，Cody 係唔會中假一招。死咗！唉呀，唔想中咗個拜神，死咗。血量係唔重要嘅，你驚一水緊要啲。哦，畫面都震埋就知呢個bingo幾大。可以揀打前打後，其實打唔到前嘅，佢打唔到，即係打唔到後嘅。不過嗰個角度佢係咁碌咗3個跳咧，都好冇計。佢係咁喺度，即係。差唔多垂直咁飛落嚟，跟住咪喺度穿插你個，喺度穿插你可以點攞埋個中路。咁啊呢個換邊，呢個跳風嚟啊，都幾屈機。明跳到個波，但係對面碌前咧，你打唔翻佢。雖然個波好慢啦，你空差唔多啦，腰擊啦，啱嘅時候。
And have you seen how many times Momochi has walked into Couch Fierce range and how patient Gachikun has been?
哦，開到啦！哦，係真係扭嗰個成粒根本㗎。係啊！好，呢一燈就好緊要啦，唉，因為一燈打到嘔血咁樣，咁樣打嘔血先至拎，即係如果你輸咗個鋪咧，即係前期啲努力咧係變咗零啦。主席3-0贏到啦，主席真係。哇靚喎！佢跌咗個拜神嘅之後再係咪？應該如果我用晒3個氣去 bingo 最勁就係咧，因為呢個 counter hit 啊，所以可以搏。哦，死咗啦！有爪啊呢個，仲可以搏，佢仲可以搏。呢個重拳仲可以搏依時產地，跟住 bingo， 跟住再搏招，好大力㗎呢個 bingo 係 level 2啊嘛，所以咧產地之後再 bingo 咧，佢空中轉嘅，佢唔係淨係落地， 係咁2-1唔會3-0到嘅，你唔可以攞咗佢個比數噶嘛。我呢個升一改慢咗咧，二檔咗，即使你撳掣你都唔會中升。講一次。咁但係慢有慢嘅好處嘅 ，Urian 個升夠慢咧，真係會做。咁啊一定好過，即係呢個一定好過，哎呀大鑊，一定好過即係一快嘅升一定好過慢嘅升喎。但係慢嘅升都有佢嘅好處。咁啊避咗第一個風啦。佢只要捱過到 VT 咧，其實勝算就好高。但係你每彎都要捱一次個風，我覺得即係我作為一個打嗰人就覺得係揾笨嘅嚟嘅。即係佢呢次攞贏唔到，咪再嚟一次。五大街霸佬幾好啊！我覺得好用心嘅製作團隊。system 多，跟住畫面又幾靚，幾多嘢玩好似。不過一日都未揸上手咧，我都覺得係即係睇同玩係兩。死咗啦，射啦！我哋威爾蘇吉斯大佬，我都好忙啊，主席。呢隻角色唔會好忙嘅喎，你諗下主席成日識問好人，你幾忙？哇咁大鑊！係咯，你試下唔錯招。我唔相信一個唔錯一件，我唔相信一個 modern 嘅 input 係贏到一個 classic 嘅 input。我話一個，即係我覺得都係唔使錯招係，即係俾細路仔玩。真正追求勝利嘅玩家係一定係錯分價值。死啦！完啦！主席又瞓覺，主席又可以瞓覺啦。3-1 KO。瞓咗，又係未完嘅 combo。好咁啊，再挑戰普基啦。啱啱3-2 winner 就，所以都係險勝。不過問題就係要今次要贏2 set 咯。咁啊唔算容易。啊嚟多次啦！for that Pugera run back in grand finals, barely losing to him in winners finals, establishing his dominance. 我淨係想知，如果遲啲香港動漫節啊，或者電玩節啊，乜叉節咧？睇下可唔可以？睇下可唔可以？睇下可唔可以有得試玩，或者等 beta 出嚟啦。一日冇得玩咧，一日都係揾笨。係啊，一定係唔同噶，所以 Modern 同 Classic 係算係即係，我唔覺得 Classic 會即係蝕底。And now, Pugera is going to have to do that with Momochi, right? But Momochi is going to have to win a whole set just to get a chance at winning the tournament. And that's even more difficult for Pugera. So 依家啲，因為仲要係即係 online 打，你 check 唔到掣，任你玩。係啊 ，Winner 拳手 S 國 confirm， 嗱冇藉口啦！依家啲人係咪 ？Cody 拳手 Grand Final 冇藉口啦！你哋係咪？卡啲8強也不入，真係冇藉口啦！卡啲弱國 confirm。事實勝於雄辯。Where is Karin? Ali Lucy 啊，啲死晒，老西個死晒，即係老西啲角色死晒，證明係角色問題，唔係我嘅問題。好啦，贏咗就入 con 殘，我見唔到 con 殘啊！你唔好問有冇Karin，影都冇。佢用唔係好重要啊。
showing out that all that work in that 2 years we were all locked inside did not go to waste.
So here we go. It is grand finals here for
16強都冇人
Japan. Pugera with that boxer, and again, he's been like the boxer in Japan for quite some time now, going up against Momochi. And interesting with Momochi, he's a guy who's been jumping around characters a lot. We've even seen the Akira at one point in time. He's played Zeku before. It seems like
即係大家嘅心思都係街霸六，
that he really likes here.
但係
Yeah, and I think it's just a really
但係
kind of
冇得玩咧，始終都要淨係得個睇字街霸。等。咁啊，希望 come back 到。
starts to get frustrated and just skipping neutral and then just making them block, right? Like, because he did it on Ken too, right? Like, Ken very fast, he'll just steal turns with a run and whatnot, but he has EX Zonk instead, which is even better.
Yeah, the EX Zonk, man. I mean, you can tell
Momochi's
been watching a lot of Rob TV, man. Playing that no neutral.
下年先有 beta 版㗎嘛，今年，因為你見到隻 game 都可以攞出 exhibition 度 ，exhibition 嗰度即係俾你玩下，咁即係證明，即係啲 beta 或者啲測試咧，即係其他嗰啲咁嘅，哎呀避咗㗎明明，或者避咗，即係證明，即係啲嘢都可以喺度，即係諗住俾你玩下先，開始試人，而唔係隻 game 都未整好，爭好遠啦，有得玩下，即係得閒俾你玩下又，即係冇唔係真係齋等咁悶。哇，sim 到嚟啦！夠㗎啦，幾日好滿足㗎啦，我係啲咁簡單嘅人㗎咋。你俾3日時間我玩已經好開心㗎啦。你唔使好似而家咁樣街霸5咁樣俾即係24小時無限任玩，36524 007咁樣玩。日本申請試玩係 offline 嘅，唔係 online 玩。哇！佢係 bingo 係喎，啱10嚟 level 10死咗啦應該。唔殺喎！我覺得如果啱你得唔得？You're
right. I totally didn't even see that. My bad.
Yeah, the command throw. He's been utilizing that V trigger too. We haven't seen.
有啲人可以屋企玩喎。哦，一下死，邊個死啊？邊個贏？我接到，大鑊啦！你 boss 推翻出嚟，每一下都好危險。而家等夠鐘咧就高迪不利，哇冇嘢啦！喺高迪以前係冇不利嘅。唔知㗎，啲人話最戇鳩就係加6個樣嘅，就係有蘇聯嘅1件 SPD， 行埋去打，行埋去攬，唔使兜，真係超容易。1件 SPD， 即係高聯佬係真係用翻 model 唔用 pass， 行埋去攬，行埋去，即係兜都唔使兜。
Yeah, that micro walk in the block is such a powerful tool. And
again, 其實有啲人喺屋企玩喎。你見好似有啲片係 capture card 咁噶嘛，即係 crop 落去，爭好遠。每一年都覺得自己今年搞得成㗎啦 ，Cap 講，每一年都俾希望大家㗎。今年可以 offline 啦。今年咧佢仲要話你哎呀真係唔跳攻擊啊！跳攻擊咪打死咗龍，好前樓。一件每嘢見得個一件，幾勁嘅行前，即係你見 Sep 咁樣，你見 Sep 行埋去精頭打蘇聯佬，好勁啊嗰個位。係㗎，都唔係上年啦，佢 hea 咗3年啦，我諗到底。S4 開始 hea 到今日，仲喺度 hea 㗎，都冇計㗎。Look at the damage， 有計。佢唔使摁一摁先攬咧，我覺得，即係 SPD 已經係好恐怖啦，其實你唔使摁一摁先攬嘅話，你攬你兜 SPD 你都要幾 frame 啦，爭好遠啊！可以行前出爭好遠，唔使停一停。我唔知，其實今年咧佢話有 offline 比賽，即係 Capcom 6月兩度。你估會唔會真係有 offline 比賽？Combo Breaker 啊 ，CEO 嗰啲都唔係 Capcom Pro 啊。我記得 EVO 都唔係 CPT 嘅機會。不過大家可以想象到，如果一個比賽唔係 CPT， 唔係呢個虛擬貨幣，個獎金就好和味啦，變咗做呢個 變咗做即係可能打完個比賽都唔夠你買機票。係啊，Grand Final 咯，啱啱佢贏咗啊嘛。唔係 Capcom 就佢負面一站啫，佢哋開放係即係開放還開放。即係如果 Capcom 加入個比賽之後咧，有成冚家產咁樣嘅話 ，Capcom 要負責噶嘛，爭好遠。咁如果你嗰個地方即係搞比賽嗰個人要負責，而唔係個開放嗰個國家政府負責。唔知㗎，其實你睇落少啫，你啲新腳你都唔知佢有冇指令球嘅。即係例如嗰隻 Smart 妹，屌你鬼知一啲針19年啫，2022年喎大佬，用19年嘅針去對付22年嘅病毒。哦嚟啦，減2好易食下輕腳，嚟啦開始。哎呦，打唔到後，喂中咁啊中槍。但係冇波粒，死啦後啊！我寧願中招，我唔食正球。哦，解咗。拜神爺冇計，大家都支持弱者，咁啊真係想拜神爺啦。但冇開始幾次都喺呢啲位度，即係隕落，即係永遠都係喺 qualify 之前嗰個位行。唔係，我覺得冇乜，我覺得係高官蟹，啲高官驚啫喎。我覺得啲人好似冇乜反應，我覺得即係新聞就睇落好驚，但係如果你睇討論區啊，或者睇嗰啲即係有啲 fan 底好似，我咪萬幾咪萬幾咯，都冇乜反應嗰啲人。1萬個人中招 ，so what？ 依家佢依家差唔多上萬千啦，好似係800幾900個。依家我見啲人。我見嗰陣時好似冇反應，我係確反。咁啊，因為 Cody 嗰個輕拳比較遠。人家只要你啲鋪唔俾開，梗係死成啦，都唔關啲人事。係啊，可以啊。日本都開放啦，之前搞嗰啲咩旅行團，都差唔多啦，應該都。嚟得。得其他地區有事開 V 啦，咁啊喺度拳腳冇，嚟啦！呢個時候仲要打個 lockdown，拳手攞傷害啊！見到佢喺度，咁啊開始行口啦，哦！我寧願我諗我食4個搭我都死唔去咯。我呢個搭會唔會我唔喐啊？係啊，佢真係完全放晒掣俾你任打，你都追唔到。1-0 啱嘅。
Why not try the V trigger one? There's been a few times where I feel like if he had that V trigger one, I mean, I thought he had it the first time, and I thought.
咁佢死成係因為啲鋪唔開多個，尤其啲食肆或者其他地方啦，你冇晚市或者冇其他夜晚唔俾做，即係娛樂場所有直情係開都唔俾開咁樣，你去台灣做咩啫？冇嘅。槍噴呢啲係信念嚟嘅啫，呢個你中午都唔俾開㗎啦，嗰個年代唔好話晚市。你卡拉 OK 唔俾開㗎嘅嗰陣時，酒吧唔俾開。你去同你灣仔做咩㗎？去信和買，去呢個咩電腦城度買 game。哦，中腳明明咧，中腳好慢。哇！你啊 ，look at the damage！ 哎呀，爭啲stun啊！如果 stun 咗就 look at the damage 真係可以，好大力。哦，嚟啦！
Okay, Bulgaria can take this with one good hit. Yeah, he tries to go for the crush counter plus frames. He goes for the throw. Bulgaria not ready for it. Momochi at reset point, trying to do it 3-0 over Bulgaria.
This is real scary, man. Wow. When he gets a
嚟啦，嚟啦，兩邊都係一拳超人。哦，但係一拳超人方面好似拳手勁啲。好得。咁啊，點啊依家？點啊依家？點啊依家？你開 V 未啊？哦，開啦！唔係喎，好似攞 combo 先，跟住籌期有冇先開？搶唔搶？ 點算？哎呀踢中，哎呀呢個中啊！你大鑊啦咁，咁求其開 V 啦應該，求其開一下死。哎嚟啦還拖，但係依下仲未殺到，冇嘢啦，起上後啊諗住，直接46 PVT。呢個基本呢個係因為點都贏噶嘛，佢嗰時冇手段噶嘛，佢起上 V skill 都避唔到，所以呢個係起上係最穩陣，亦只有贏同埋一贏同打和咯，唔會有輸。哦，暈啦，我用冰球間推翻出去先都好，但係我嗰時仲未脱離到個困境，喂，脱離到困境啦。點啊？哇！你都馬飛個腳出嚟啊！哇！啲氣用晒，但係你唔好做 whip 啦，做 whip 但係 whip 法係會死的。哎呀，開 V 係啦，咁就因為佢有上半身無敵，所以可以用個 V skill 避，但係有啲難嘅，即係又係即係你唔係啱啱要影相咧，壓死。哇！咁啊用 V 反無限 V 反，但係呢個白血，哇！你咁樣咁樣俾人抽獎踢中死埋，30啊，30電機大執，我睇唔到，我睇唔到基拿贏嘅地方嘅機會。好啦，單刀琴片，有咩難得過贏冇摩池啊？就係連續贏冇摩池2次，主席又瞓咗，真係屈機喎。
Oh man, okay, Momochi with the reset here. And now, like I said, if he had beaten Gotcha, like I said, I felt like he would have came in here with a lot of confidence. And he's showing it for sure right now.
因為 Cody 係隻隱藏咗嘅 S 角，得莫摩池先察覺到佢嘅強。哦，單刀琴片係好耐㗎啦 ，S 一個死咗嘅人。一個死咗嘅伊夫冠軍講過嘅嘢，咁啊單刀琴片打輔導單刀琴片啊嘛，跟住講完之後咧，贏咗之後咧，即係輸緊一 set 嘅時候咧，跟住講單刀琴片，跟住就真係侵費翻2 set，跟住問點解你點解你，跟住問點解你可以單刀，點解你贏啊單刀琴片？啊見到啦。用 poison， 用 poison 會唔會死得仲快咧？我覺得有機會。佢冇出嚟嘅，你見到佢 V 反啊，或者用個重拳打 punish。見到呢啲招咧，喺用重腳打個抽獎咧，見到呢啲招你就即係代表佢冇嗰個，即係佢冇嗰個，佢冇嘈噶啦，即係一定係嘈重拳。係啊 ，infield 講咁啊，即係就得到琴片。我記得死得仲慘啊，好似好似更加冇得打。又唔係嘅，佢都用開神，你開神都幾勁，贏咗好多角色。不過我唔知打 Cody 個傷性係，因為開神最驚就係一招11 frame 嘅特進技，因為下重腳之後，下重拳咧。佢可以 punish 到嗰個，只下重拳就好遠嘅。但如果11 frame 之內掂到佢咧，就即時就一招好勁嘅招，跟住俾人係。唔知啊，都算係咁噶啦。隻高 Laura 就難啲啦 ，Laura 真係得 A 度，但係開神就我覺得就即係都仲叫。即係輔導同埋佢都係算係 top 嘅，同埋嗰隻咩 poison deadly poison， 咁啊冇乜角色咧爆 V 可以跳入，咁啊 CC 爆 V 可以跳入，咁啊 Cody 係少數例子，當然都係 Cody 咁勁，因為佢係少數例子。咁啊掟中一下贏嘅，但係要掟中啦。冇嘢啦。喂，唔係喎，入到一個度。咁啊，隨時 CA。哦，哇！你冇氣啦，大佬你。但係唔係一邊一下都死。哇，靚！佢 whip 咗個重拳掃落去。 有㗎，咁啊好少嘅又得 Cody 啊，Cody 有咯，仲有邊隻有咧？不過有幾隻都有。哇！完全係我見唔到勝利嘅希望。唔知啊。都冇計喎，開成嗰個，哇！你避唔避到㗎？我唔係好信喎，啱啱嗰個有 CP 慘啊，應該正常得嘅，但係啱啱係單發咧有啲距離又，即係嗰個畫面真係好少有，正常係有嘅。咁啊 ，Poison 好似改咗嗰個啲拳就 lift 咗之後個 headbutt 大嘅，咁啊，尤其啱啱嗰啲招啦。咁如果你知道即係攞咗之後咧，其實你畫面唔到咧，其實個 headbutt 掂到。開成個貼入幾勁，但係 Cody 6 frame 重拳有啲難去噴嚟。你仲要咁樣火中立回，啱啱仲要咁樣甩咗個 combo。呢個最典型嘅開 V 方法，一啲新進啲 V 開方法係用個 V 超拳搏落去之後開 V， 勁近，再勁啲就即係輕拳 T 都有啦。但係 V 超嗰個就即係容易啲啦，你輕拳點都始終都要近啲。咁啊，繼續喺度用嗰個重下重拳喺度磨，雖然我都會。咁啊，4 frame 角就嗰個加一邊咧，都係打頭二擲噶啦。你輕嗰啲贏唔到頭啊嘛，嗰啲位。行後都冇用，平時可以行後避咗個 VR， 跟住再邊落去。咁啊，但係唔容易啊，就係。咁啊，又變翻半，又終於換到邊啦。咁 Poison 就有半個魔俾佢行後。對唔到空，咁啊，個 cocktail 掟咗對面界，死咗啦。CA 唔 CA 就我回合噶咯喎，慳氣仔會唔會導致死亡？好大機會啊，一個刀就死咗。有 CA， 佢冇下彎咧可以唔死。冇啦，啊！慳氣仔咪 high 咯。咁啊，佢離勝利只差一步。會唔會轉翻拳手定係用 Poison 迎接佢嘅失敗，迎接佢嘅第二？人哋用邊佢用刀，人哋用 cocktail 佢用石頭用棍，大家都係呢個Final Frame 嘅角色，咁啊爭咁遠。呢個減6，我覺得Poison會係狂，突然間掃落去。越推越近。如果近咧，呢啲邊咧係好容易破解嘅，即係遠咧就話可以拉距離，但係近因為你冇得拉後咧，一定咁就好近啦變咗，都係唔知變咗。仲有呢招喎，放波要益時腳。死咗未啊？咁啊，爭一下死啦！我又起個畫面，第二次啦，衝拳 whip 咗就掃落去 ，one array， 我都唔知點打真係，我都未見過 Poison， 未見過 Poison 有一個即係好有利嘅位，佢唯一最有利嘅位就係個 CA 之後大打空氣。Poison 扭技嚟嘅，Poison 係唔知點解可以做角色，Poison 係扭技，即係你見 Final Fight 係一堆 Poison 一堆 Hugo 喺度出嚟。嚟啦！咁啊，推埋上，呢個位就有啲難。咦，唔係喎，係有啲難，但係作為一隻主角冇嘢做唔到嘅，死唔死啊？死啊！好大力啊 ！Look at the damage！Look at the damage！ 死啦！唔係啊 ，Hugo 都係扭技嚟。
to be crowned CPT Japan
未完啊！我 combo 仲要，我 combo 未完㗎，仲可以搏落去。大執喎6-0喎，有咩慘得過3-0就6-0 ？Cody 咁啊，成為咗第一個遊戲嘅又係一個成為第一個 CPT 嘅冠軍。想追翻之前幾代咩？Final Fight 劇情。唔知喎，真係又點睇？你要睇嗰啲咩爆機畫面嗰啲喎，即係類似你打嗰啲咩 SF2 ending、SF3 ending 咁，你先睇到。應該都冇咩地方可以睇，即係嗰啲 ending 係得，即係合句對白加埋幾張 CG， 即係加埋都唔夠1分鐘。如果你要睇嘅真係幾完咗啦，係咯，阿基打好大力啊！啱呢個位咧就因為 Poison 少人少少，所以咧啱佢同一個 combo 咧，你見 Bossa 仲有一格仔嘅 stun bar， 但係 Poison 就即刻暈，所以你要睇個劇情，所以街手劇情有啲少少，即係如果你想了解咧，即係即係例如 Bison 點死啊，嬌點解出嚟啊，又或者 Uvian 係乜卡嚟咧，咁你要睇啊，你要睇嗰啲爆機畫面。點解 Alex 主人公笑？不過真係得嗰啲位睇啦，真係得幾張 CG。Metro City 又真係 Metro City 真係陰父母啦，係啊，寫得好慘。係啊，所以 Cody 係扭嘅，唔係即係開神係扭嘅嚟。Cody 係Cody 就主角，隻手可以打死10幾個人，啊幾大力！唔會拉完嘅啦，呢個事實。陣間個 beta 未完，我都睇埋佢搏埋之後會點。咁莫摩茨終於好少見莫摩茨，即係呢幾年都冇乜點贏，終於贏。完啦，冇嘢好睇啦。唔知佢之後會唔會有啲咩街錄嘅消息啦？我諗都係等嗰個 Capcom 嗰個 Stun Fest 嗰個咩Summer Fest 嗰個 show 啊，即係而唔係喺個 Capcom Pro Tour 度播出嚟。完今日係咁。